Morning po, sir.
Ano mo tama ka? Mag-aamat ka libre sa tao. Bisa punta ka dagan sa tao ko. Kasi na.
Nung mo yung kabihiya daw.
I-save na nimo ni. I-save na nimo. Kani QR nimo. Na-save na.
Ang ko lang, i-screenshot ko mo
Ay, screenshot na lang.
Wala pa ako na screenshot guys.
I-screenshot siya.
Ang screenshot ko lang, ano?
Mana. Okay, sa bata. Kailan na sa bata?
Ano sa agising to?
Yung simper na. Klase.
Dili pa hindi.
Okay, magandang umaga po sa lahat. Can you guys hear me? Loud and clear po ba? Chatbox lang. Pag ayaw nyo gustong gumamit ng mic.
Good morning po, sir.
Yun. Meron. Alam ko maraming early birds dito ngayon. Okay, clear and loud po. Okay. So it's already 9:15 and we will start the discussion. So today we will be this will be a lecture discussion of all the things that we about earth science, and later in the afternoon we will discuss all about chemistry. So before we start, I want to explain first the new TOS given by the PRC for the science majorship, para at least alam nyo kung ano yung mga learning competencies na dapat or need ninyong i-focus if ever you will do review on the test bank po natin. Kasi it will waste time if ever wala doon sa competencies. So the competencies are these ones. Saan yan? Okay. So these are the learning competencies given by the PRC. So we will be focusing more on meteorology and astronomy. And as you can see from the bullets, from 1.1, explain the interconnections of land, ocean, atmosphere to human life on Earth. Illustrate the cycles, the different biogeochemical cycles from water cycle, carbon, rock, and other materials that sustain the inhabitants of planet Earth, and so on and so forth. Then demonstrate the characteristics of non-Earth bodies and phenomena such as the sun, moon, stars, planets, and all the heavenly bodies that is present in our solar system. And lastly, we have described the benefits derived from the space exploration. So as you can see, dun sa meteorology and astronomy, walang topic po with respect sa meteorology. For me, there are no topics here that is focusing mismo sa meteorology, sa makikita niyo dito. Kasi si 1.1 at 1.2 sa pagkakaalam ko, ito yung sa introduction part sa earth science. Diba? I know for sure na medyo questionable tayo dito. So 1.1 at 1.2, introduction po iyan sa earth science. If you have read books that is related to earth science topics. 1.1 and 1.2 mainly nasa unahan po yan. Wala pong meteorology dyan. So therefore, we will cover up everything, lahat po sa meteorology, just to be safe po. Okay? Just to be safe. Kasi hindi nilagay po ni PRC kung ano talaga sa meteorology part ang i-focus natin dito. So just to be safe, again, we will tackle everything about meteorology. So maliit lang naman yung meteorology topics. Sa astronomy naman, more on descriptions or concepts about the different heavenly bodies na nasa solar system natin at sa universe. So from earth bodies, the phenomena like the tides, perigee, apogee, the movement, the orbits, and all of the distinguishing characteristics of each of our planets and so on and so forth. Yan yung i-focus dito sa 1.3. 1.4 naman yung benefits derived from space exploration. So basically, we are talking about more on the space probes, the space missions that have happened in the past. So maraming mga trivia questions na lalabas dito sa earth science. So don't worry because earth science lang is 13 questions lang doon sa overall na 150. Okay? So let's go to environmental science. Illustrate the interdependence of living organisms with each other and with their natural environment. Deliberate the food chain links which show how organisms are related in utilizing energy and nutrients. So basically, we are talking about the interdependence from mutualism, commensalism, all the isms, and how does the ecosystem moves or the processes that involves on the ecosystem itself. Yan yung focus doon sa environmental science. As well as we have the food chain links, kung anong mangyayari, kung ganitong concept, what if yung mga tigers mawawala, anong mangyayari doon sa mga plants, lumulobo ba yung population, so on and so forth. So basically, sa environmental science part, more on situation basis. So we should know at least kung ano ang mga cause and effects yun sa mga proper events na nangyayari sa atin ngayon. Especially with the things that is related with environmental science and as well as yung climate change na rin. Diyan nakafocus doon si PRC po. Okay? So I hope that you have written down notes of the things that you should focus on when doing review. Because there are some questions na hindi po related doon sa learning competencies which you must avoid. At least avoid. Or at least just tackle it, then familiarize. Okay? Just focus on these learning competencies given by the PRC. Okay? Sige. So, let me record muna before we start. Okay. So, I hope you are ready for today. It will be at least 2 to 3 hours, hopefully. Then, in the afternoon, we will be tackling chemistry. Okay? So, let's start. Start na ba? Sige daw. Chat box. Okay na? Pure discussion po ito ha. Wala pong question na lalabas. Mamaya na sa final coaching. To those people who are live, 22, chat muna kayo dyan para at least alam ko kung ready na ba kayo. Kahit yes lang, sumagot kayo. Doon sa live, si Ma'am Rock lang yung pakadalawa yung ginagamit yung device. Okay, so let's start. Discussing topics about meteorology. Okay, meteorology, we will focus more on first on the layers. Kasi ito yung mga usually lumalabas po sa lab. And especially description type po ito kung ano, for example, anong layer makikita itong mga ito, anong layer ang nangyayari itong na event, what are the things that is happening on this layer compared to this layer, relative to this layer. Yan yung mga questions po na usually po lumalabas. Okay? So atmosphere. Okay, these are the layers of the atmosphere. Okay? I know for sure you have memorized this already. So from innermost to outermost, we have the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. Okay, these are the 5 distinct layers. Again, distinct. What I mean by distinct is that plakado, dyan yung layer niya. Okay, so tropo, yung pinakamababa, upper portion, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and lastly, outside yung exosphere. Sir, question. Sir, saan ba si ionosphere dito? Di ba wala si ionosphere? Wala siya dyan. Bakit naman, sir? Bakit kaya, sir? Kasi po, si ionosphere, wala siyang distinct area on which makikita natin siya. Okay? Kasi si ionosphere, nagmo-move yan siya above or below. Below what? Below what spheres? We have from the stratosphere, upper stratosphere, going to the upper thermosphere. Diyan makikita natin si ionosphere. Kaya wala siya sa distinct layers po sa atmosphere. Okay, remember that one. So usually, may ionosphere na lalabas po. So wala siyang distinct layer si ionosphere. Okay? So let's discuss each and everything of these different spheres on what is their characteristics. So let's start from the layers. Troposphere. Troposphere is the sphere that contains over 80% of the mass. Okay? Kaya nga nasa below, nasa bottom siya. Kasi nandun lahat po sa kanya. Okay? And also, in this sphere, dito malolocate natin yung weather. Again, troposphere, pag makakita kayo ng weather na question, saan nakikita yung weather changes, troposphere po agad. Okay? Pag may changing sphere doon sa question, troposphere po agad. Pag doon nakikita yung clouds, troposphere po kaagad. Okay? So those are at least yung mga 3 questions ito. Kinuha ko ito doon sa mga questions na lumabas po. So pag may weather, pag may changing sphere doon, at pag may clouds, troposphere po agad yung sagot. Okay? Troposphere again, yan yung layer na pinaka mababa. Okay. Let's go to the wait lang. Kuha ko muna charger ko. Sandali. Right, let's move. So from troposphere, let's go above. We have the stratosphere. Again, stratosphere, strata. Strata meaning layers. Okay? Stratosphere, strata. Layers po yung meaning dyan. Okay? So, dito sa stratosphere, yung temperature, nagre-reach siya as you go up on a bare minimum na going to zero. Okay? Going to zero, sir. Bakit going to zero siya? Kasi dito sa stratosphere makikita natin yung ozone layer. Okay? Dito yung nag-i-inhibit yung si rising air temperature. Okay? Rising air pressure. Dito yung makita yung stableness doon sa area na ito. Okay? Kaya nga yung mga aircraft natin dito lumilipad. Hindi sa troposphere. Okay? Dito yung lumilipad yung mga aircrafts natin at hindi going sa troposphere. Bakit, sir? Kasi pag sa troposphere ka, nag-change yung weather season, di ba? So, in some other places, for example, ako, nagta-travel ako dito sa Mindanao. Pag sa troposphere lang ako, ang mangyayari is, pag going ko ng Visayas, biglang uulan. So, magiging turbulent yung area doon. Kaya delikado. Kaya going up yung lahat ng mga pilots para to avoid that storm. Kasi etong si stratosphere, basically yung makikita mo dito if nakasakay na kayo ng eroplano, yung area na po ito basically clear weather po. Okay? Clear weather po itong area na ito. Okay? So, dito sa stratosphere, again, nakikita yung ozone layer at yung mga, what you call this, mga aircraft natin. Okay? Aircraft and weather balloon, stratosphere. Okay? Sige. From stratosphere, let's go up. Mesosphere. Okay, mesosphere. Meso meaning middle. Okay? Middle, nasa gitna. Okay? Nasa gitna siya. Nasa gitna. So, ito, yung area na ito, yung temperature niya is nagre-reach lang siya ng negative 90 degrees Celsius. Okay? At nagsa-stop lang doon sa mesopause. Okay? Nagsa-stop lang siya doon sa mesopause. Okay? Again, mesosphere, mesopause, negative 90, middle, at dito makikita yung mga meteors. Okay? Dito nagbo-burn up yung meteors as they go to the surface of the earth. Okay, so we have troposphere, strato, meso, and the next ones. We have the ionosphere. Again, ionosphere, hindi po distinct yung layer dito. Hindi distinct kasi nag-change po siya. Bakit nag-change si ionosphere? Kasi itong area na ito, dito natin makikita yung mga charged atoms and molecules. Yung mga ions natin. Okay? Dito makikita yung mga ions natin. Okay? Kasi exposed yung area na ito sa ultraviolet radiations and as well as yung X-ray radiations. Okay? Exposed to UV and exposed to X-ray. Kaya nandito nag-ionize yung mga atoms at molecules. Okay. And basically, itong ionosphere, ito yung determination or nadidetermine natin yung what you call this, if ever yung signal ng isang radio station kung aabot ba sa atin. Okay? Nagdedepende ito sa ionosphere. Okay. Pag yung ionosphere is basically nasa pinakamababa siya na altitude, dito yung usually binabanda niya yung radio waves. Kaya okay yung signal. Pag si ionosphere going up, ito yung nahihina yung radio waves natin. Kaya humihina yung mga FM stations natin or AM stations. Okay? So ito si ionosphere. Let's go up. Thermosphere. Okay, thermosphere. Charged particles from space collides within the atoms and molecules. So basically, ano makikita natin dito? Yung mga aurora. Okay? Aurora. Sige. Saan natin o anong aurora na makikita sa Norway o sa Northern Hemisphere? Anong tawag doon na aurora? Chat box, go. Anong aurora doon? May dalawa tarong aurora. Chat box, answer, sagot. Anong aurora makikita sa Northern Hemisphere? Wala. Go guys, go guys. Pwede nyo i-search. At least, ma-remember nyo ito. Baka lumabas. Anong aurora ang makikita natin sa Northern Hemisphere? Search nyo na. Borealis. So, yung sa baba, yung Aurealis. Okay? Please remember that one. Sa taas, Borealis. Sa baba, Aurealis. Okay. Thermosphere again, aurora nakikita natin. Because nagko-collide yung mga charged particles na galing sa radiation sa ating sun. Alright? Sige. Let's go upwards. Exosphere. Exo meaning outer. This is the uppermost region of the Earth's atmosphere. Okay? And gradually as you go away, it fades into vacuum of space. So meaning to say, itong area na ito, indefinite yung area. Basta, outside, exosphere na po iyon. At dito, nakikita natin yung mga satellites. Okay. Regarding po sa mga satellites, meron tayong tinatawag na low orbit satellites, middle orbit satellites, at far orbit satellites. Okay? And itong mga satellites na ito, nagdedepende lang siya kung ano ang purpose niya. May mga satellites na tinatawag natin na geostationary. Okay? Geostationary, meaning nakalock on siya doon sa position na iyon. Okay? Nakalock on siya doon sa position. Always nandun lang siya. Hindi siya nag-move. Okay? And meron tayong tinatawag din na orbital satellites. Sige daw. Give me an example of a satellite na nag-orbit sa ating planet. The most famous satellite na doon nagsistay yung mga astronauts natin. Anong tawag doon? Anong tawag doon? Yan yung hotel ng mga astronauts natin. Sige, chat box. Satellite ha? Satellite space probe. Space probe po. Space probe. Sige. Anong usually natin makikita ng satellite? On naked eye, makikita po natin ito na nagmo-move na akala natin na comet ba or akala natin na meteor po ito. Ano ito? One of the largest satellite probes na nag-orbit. Sige. Dapat alam niyo to. Hindi Sputnik. Sa Earth po, sa Earth nag-orbit. Always yan, nag-orbit sila kasi kumukuha sila ng mga images sa Earth natin. Okay? Sirit na? Okay. Very good. The International Space Station. Yan yung ISS. Okay? Mismo ako, nakapicture po ako ng ISS na dumating po sa amin dito. So, makikita natin si ISS, nag-orbit siya. Okay? Yan yung purpose niya. And there are some satellites na again, geostationary, meaning nakalock on doon sa position. Si ISS, always siya nag-orbit. Okay? ISS po yan. Okay? Please remember that one. Okay? So, exosphere, dito nakikita yung satellites at gradually going to the vacuum. Okay? Vacuum po sa space natin. Okay? So, those are the different layers that we should know. Okay? Just remember the key terms para at least hindi tayo maku-confuse doon sa mga questions na ibibigay po ni PRC. Okay? So, from layers, let's move to the compositions. Okay, composition. Ito. Alam ko na memorize na po niyo ito. Pero si PRC always bumibigay ng mga trick questions. Okay? I will give one example afterwards. So atmospheric composition, si nitrogen yung pinakamarami with a 78%, 'di ba? Sa whole composition. Next is si oxygen, next is si argon, then all the trace gases that includes neon, helium, methane, the NOx, ozone, and si carbon dioxide. Now, question. Which noble gas yung pinaka madaming percentage
Nitrogen.
sa atmosphere? Which noble gas? Okay? Ang pinakamadami na composition.
Nitrogen.
Okay? Which, again ha, which noble gas? Again, the term noble gas.
Nitrogen.
Okay? Okay? Yung sagot po ay argon. Sir, bakit hindi nitrogen? Oo, si nitrogen nga yung largest among the gases. Gases po 'yon. Okay? Pag nilagay ni PRC na noble gas, argon yung isasagot nyo. Kasi si argon is a noble gas. Right? Kaya ba? Yan yung 3 questions ni PRC. Okay? Merong isang question doon. Okay? Huwag kayong ma-confuse. Again, pag normal gas lang siya, largest gas percentage, nitrogen.
Sapurado?
Pag ano,
Dito ka na kumain na.
pag noble gas,
Lagyan mo na lang.
agad yung sagot nyo. Okay? So I hope that you have nagte-take down note kayo dyan. Sige, let's move. So tapos na tayo sa layers at sa composition. Ano next? Okay, seasons. Okay? Seasons in the sun. We have summer solstice and we have winter solstice. Ito, medyo confusing pa rin ito. Kasi always nagbibigay ng concept na mataas na question si PRC dito. Okay? Just remember this one. Okay? Pag seasons, ang nagkukos nito is yung tilt ni Earth. Okay? Tilt ni Earth at hindi rotation. Okay? Again, what causes seasons? That is because of that tilt. Okay? Tilt po ha at hindi yung rotation. Remember that one. Kasi pag nakukuha na natin na pag rotation, always siya, pag rotation kasi sa mga questions nila, yung rotation is all about night and day. Okay? Yung rotation of the Earth is all about night and day. Pag may tilt na siya dun sa question, we are talking now about seasons. Okay? And that tilt is equivalent to 23.5 degrees. Okay? 23.5 degrees. Okay. And question, saan kaya na-point out or pointed out yung northern axis ni Earth? Saan nakatungo? Anong constellation po iyan? Sige, chat box. Okay, saan? Anong constellation? Always nagpo-point si northern axis. How about others? Sige, sagot po kayo. Okay? Okay, very good. Si Polaris. Always pointed towards Polaris. Okay? Always pointed towards Polaris. Sige. Let's go back to the solstices. Okay. Summer versus winter. Okay. Si summer always thinks summer mainit. Pag mainit, yung sun's rays is directly po sa northern hemisphere portion. Okay? Summer solstice, diretso siya na point out doon sa northern hemisphere. Winter solstice, baliktad. Okay? Pag winter solstice, si northern hemisphere naman yung hindi directly affected sa radiation. Okay? And si summer solstice kailan? Sige, chat box nga, kailan si summer solstice? Anong month of the year? Or be specific na lang kung alam nyo. Anong month of the year si summer solstice? Summer. June 21 or 22. Okay? Summer solstice, please remember June 21 or 22. And again, pag summer solstice, mainit sa northern hemisphere. Kaya summer. Okay? Winter solstice naman, anong month po iyan? Sige, sagot. Summer solstice, anong month? Go. Winter. Okay, winter, December. Okay, winter, December 21 or 22. Again, pag winter, yung northern hemisphere, winter. Okay? Pag southern hemisphere, summer. Okay? So, ito yung mga differences. Okay? Please don't be confused about this one. Kasi, I'm sure, pag ganitong question, mataas yung question doon. Okay? Mataas talaga yon. Kaya, intindihin nyo talaga. Basta, si summer, mainit sa northern hemisphere at sa June. Pag winter, malamig sa northern hemisphere at December po nangyayari yun. Yun lang. Okay? Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. So from solstices, let's go to the equinox. Equinox, meaning equal. Okay. Equal. Bakit, sir? Kasi equal yung percentage doon sa day and night time niya. Okay? Equal day, equal night. Okay? And yung sun's ray, siya nakashine directly. Sige daw. Saan directly nakashine yung sun's rays dito? Si equinox. Go, chat box. Sagot. Sumagot kayo para at least makakagising kayo. Sige. Saang area ni Earth nade-direct yung sun's rays pag sa equinox? Yeah, how about the others? Sige, sagot kayo. 34 sa FB Live at meron tayong 24 dito sa Zoom. Saan ang iba? Sige, sagot kayo. Saan nade-direct yung sun's rays? Okay? Very good. Sa equator po. Okay? Equator. Kaya siya equal. Okay? At kailan nangyayari ito? Nandito na. March and September. March, yan yung spring. Again, March, spring. Autumn, September. Okay? Nauuna yung spring. Nasa last po yung autumn or fall. Okay? Again, equinox. Equal day, equal night. Okay. So, si seasons, by the way, kaya nag-iba-iba or meron tayong mga summer, winter, fall, at spring. That is because of the difference of the sun's rays na nagde-direct doon sa Earth natin. Okay? So, depende lang yan siya doon sa radiation. Okay? Radiation. Kasi, hindi lahat ng 100% na galing kay sun, always bumababa kay Earth. Okay? So, yung transfer of energy niya from one object or from the sun going to the Earth, it may either be absorbed and be reflected. Okay? It may be absorbed by the atmospheric gases, or it may be reflected by the clouds, by the atmosphere, and by the surface. And only, please remember this, only 51% lang yung na-absorb sa surface. Okay? Yan lang yung nakukuha natin. Again, please remember this percentage here. 51% lang yung na-absorb sa surface. Okay? From all of this, just focus on this 51%. Okay? Focus lang sa 51%. So, ito yung Earth's energy budget. Kaya nga, yung energy natin from the sun, hindi siya lahat pumupunta. At once pumupunta siya dito, patungo siya sa autotrophs natin, di ba? Conversion of energy na magagamit natin. Then, so on so forth na agad siya. Going to doon sa mga trophic levels, which i-discuss natin mamaya. Okay? So, si radiation, very important yan para sa mga processes na i-involve dito sa ating Earth. Okay? Importante talaga siya. Kasi yan yung means and ways or yung fuel to make all things work. Okay? Sige. Energy radiation, and we will talk more about the visible light. Ito. Parating lumalabas po ito sa LED. Promise. Okay. So, this is the human visible spectrum. The part here na makikita na natin is dito yun sa in-between kay UV at kay infrared. Okay. So, please memorize. Okay? Hindi familiarize ha. Memorize this one. Because usually ang lumalabas po sa LED is in order. From longest to shortest. Baliktad. From shortest to longest. Okay? So, I will give you a trick here. Excuse me. Yung i-memorize nyo lang is etong si X-ray at etong si radio waves. Okay? X-ray, visible light, at si radio waves. Just remember, si X-ray yung nasa shortest. Okay? Si radio waves, belong siya sa longest. If you can remember both of these two, ma-memorize nyo agad yung iba. Based doon sa mga options. Okay? Again, if you want to memorize this spectrum, focus on X-ray and focus on radio waves. Pag alam nyo yan, yung gitna, visible light na agad. Okay? UV, infrared, X-ray pinaka-short, at radio waves yung pinaka-longest. Okay? So, visible light. Again, radiation. Always siya nagde-depend doon sa mga ang heating prospects doon sa ating Earth. Kaya meron tayong tinatawag na relationship between these two. Okay? Kaya again, meron tayong seasons just because yung temperature variations doon sa incoming solar energy. Okay? In different sa solstices at sa equinox, iba-iba po yung heat radiation po doon na mahihit doon sa area. So pag winter ay pag summer solstice, pag June 22, okay, pag summer solstice, yung northern hemisphere yung heated portion. Okay? Pag winter solstice, December, yung southern hemisphere yung heated portion. Okay? So I hope alam nyo na yung concept na iyan. Sige. So with respect to that, because of the sun's radiation again, nag-iba-iba yung temperature natin. Okay? So temperature, by definition, it is how fast the atom in a material na nag-vibrate. Okay? It talks about the hotness and the coldness, okay, of the particles. So, bakit nag-iba-iba yung mga temperature natin? Kasi madaming controls diyan. Okay? One of which is ito si difference in heating. Okay? Difference in heating. Kasi between land and water, okay, between land and water, si land yung portion na nag-heat faster. At the same time, si land din yung nagko-cool faster. Always si land siya ha. Land talaga. Land yung mabilis umiinit at land din yung mabilis nagko-cool down. Okay. So because of that, meron tayong tinatawag na sea breeze and land breeze. Okay? Daytime. Daytime, dyan yung nangyayari, or yung time na yan nangyayari yung sea breeze. This is the time on which the land heats up more and more. Kasi daytime, merong si sun. And once nag-heat up si land, saan pupunta yung air? Yung warm air, di ba? Going upward. Remember that air, when warm, always go or always rises. Okay? So, pag sea breeze, pag sa land, nagra-rise yung warm air, saan patungo? Doon sa cool air. Okay? Sinusundan niya yung cool air. Siya si warm air. Okay? Yung pa-hard to get dito, si cool air. Remember that one ha? Yung pa-hard to get sa relationship dito, si cool air. Si warm air, always nakaabang. Always sumusunod. Okay? So, baliktad. Nighttime naman, wala na si sun. Wala na si sun, so meaning to say, nagko-cool down na yung land. Diba? So meaning, seawater or yung seawater natin, siya yung least or last na mag-cool down. So therefore, yung warm air na nasa kanya, going up, patungo kay nighttime. Patungo kay land. Kaya baliktad na naman. Therefore, nandito si land breeze. Okay? So sea breeze, daytime, warm air rises from the land going to the sea. Land breeze, nighttime, warm air rises from the sea going to the land. Okay? Yan lang yung relationship niya. Okay. Let's move. Another control of temperature. Ocean currents. Okay? Ocean currents. Of course, always nagmo-move yung ocean currents natin. Okay? And this portion here is what we call the gyres. Okay? Ito yung area na nagmo-move yung mga waters natin. In what way? Or bakit nagmo-move? Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na cold current and warm current. Remember El Nino and La Nina? Diba? El Nino and La Nina. Ito yung reason dyan. Because of the movements of the waters with respect of its temperature. Okay? So, next. Altitude and geographic location. Siyempre, as you go up, bumababa or nadidecrease yung temperature. Okay? At meron siyang exact temperature na nagdi-decrease siya. Okay? At a certain point of 6.5 degrees Celsius per 1,000. Okay? 6.5 degrees Celsius per 1,000 meters. Please remember that. Okay? So every 1,000 meters, bumababa siya pataas in a 6.5 degrees Celsius manner. Okay? So, that's for the altitude. Yan yung difference between temperature and altitude. How about yung geographic location? Siyempre, the nearer you are sa equator, the more na nag-heat up. The more na increasing your temperature. And as you go to the polar zones, may either be upward or southern, dumi-decrease yung temperature. Just because of geographic location. Okay? So, let's move to the other control. Cloud cover and albedo. Okay? Siyempre, like I said kanina, yung sun's rays may either be reflected or absorbed by the clouds. Kaya, malaking factor po si cloud cover. Siyempre, pag may clouds dyan, siyempre, yung area natin is medyo cool. Okay? And albedo is the word, or is the term, that measures how that cloud surface reflects light. Okay? At meron tayong tinatawag na unit of measurement dyan. Okay? Tinatawag po siya na octa. Okay? Unit of measurement of the cloud cover. Remember yung, if ever remember kayo, elementary days, Yung mga tinatawag na cloud cover na overcast, 'di ba? Ano pa 'yon? Basta madami 'yon. Yun yung mga unit of measurement doon. Okay? So, if you have the lower the octa is, the more that the sky is clear. Okay? The larger the number of octa, the more that it is on a cloudy basis. Okay? So from 0 to 8, from 0, completely clear, going to 8 octa, nagiging cloudy na siya. Okay? So this is for the cloud cover and albedo. Again, octa yung measurement niya. The lower the octa unit of measure, the clearer the sky is. The higher, the cloudy it is. Okay. Meron pa pala si greenhouse gas. Okay? Remember that meron tayong dalawang greenhouse gas. Greenhouse effect. Okay? Natural and the human enhanced. Kasi natural phenomenon talaga si greenhouse effect. Yan yung way ni Earth para to heat up things, to make things alive. Okay? Kasi if ever na yung sun's rays, always siya nire-reflect ni Earth, hindi na nag-heat yung portion dito sa surface natin. Okay? No more work is done because of that. Kaya meron siyang phenomenon. Meron tayong greenhouse effect. Kaso lang, ang problema, sa ngayon, meron tayong yung nasosobraan na yung greenhouse effect natin. Okay? Bakit? Ano kayang mga reasons, di ba? Kasi, always tayo gumagamit ng technology, always tayo nag-create ng mga gadgets, everything, manufacturing. So, yung mga pollutants, yung mga air pollutants, always siya going sa atmosphere. And because of that, itong mga carbon dioxide, methane, the NOx, the SOx, and other greenhouse gases. And the most famous ones yung chlorofluorocarbon. Okay? Yan yung pinaka-famous, si chlorofluorocarbon. Because of that, nililimit na yung mga heat na dapat lumalabas doon sa Earth. Okay? Nandyan lang siya sa troposphere. Okay? Niraradiate niya again and again. Kaya umiinit na ngayon. Kaya meron tayong tinatawag na global warming. And anong mangyayari dyan? Yung mga polar ice caps natin nagme-melt. Then, climate change. Kaya tayo nakaka-experience ng mga changes sa weather. Especially ngayon na always bumabagyo. Na hindi dapat, di ba? Okay? So, ito yung greenhouse effect. Basically, it affects the temperature or the global temperature. So, those are the different controls. Okay. So, temperature. Temperature always involves heat. Okay? Let's talk about heat. So, heat. It measures the material's total energy. Okay? At meron tayong dalawang types of heat. It may either be latent or specific. Okay. Latent heat, it is the heat na nire-release pag yung object is nag-phase change. Okay? Latent heat, yan yung nire-release pag yung object nag-phase change. What I mean by phase change is that from gas to liquid, solid to gas, etc. so on and so forth. Specific heat, on the other hand, yan yung amount of energy na kailangan para i-raise yung temperature by 1 degree. Okay? Specific heat, yan yung amount of energy na kailangan para i-raise lang yung temperature. So, yan yung difference sa dalawa. Si latent heat, yan yung nire-release. Specific, yan yung kailangan. Okay? And meron tayong tatlong types of heat transfers. We have conduction, convection, and radiation. Conduction, ito yung transfer of heat that moves from hot to cold or cold to hot. Sagot. Chat box. Hot to cold or cold to hot? Sige, sagot kayo. Okay, very good. Hot to cold po ha. Hot to cold. Again, yung cold is yung hard to get. Si hot yung sumusunod. Okay, hot to cold. Conduction or heat transfers always moves from hot areas to lesser or the colder areas. Okay, and conduction due to direct contact. Directly. Okay, direct contact si conduction. Si convection naman, si convection, movement by what we call the convection cells. Saan? Sa atmosphere. Okay, convection cells and conduction, direct contact. Radiation, on the other hand, due to electromagnetic waves. Okay, radiation, always, yung represent niya is yung electromagnetic waves. Okay? Sige. So, from heat, meron tayong temperature, let's go to weather and climate. Sandali lang. Okay, may nag-annotate. Sorry. Okay. So, weather versus climate. So, anong difference nitong dalawa? So, weather is what you get. Okay? Kung anong nangyayari sa ngayon. Weather is what you get and climate is what you expect. What you expect doon sa things na na-experience at that location all throughout in a longer period of time. Okay. Weather. These are the conditions of the atmosphere. Okay. Conditions of the atmosphere, may it be rainy, sunny, windy, and it can change within minutes or even seconds or even short hours or longer hours. Yan yung weather. Climate naman, mataas yung mataas yung time span niya. Okay? It is how the atmosphere behaves over a long period of time and space. And dito nadidetermine natin yung different biomes. Okay? Dito yon makikita natin or ma-differentiate natin yung different biomes. Tropical rainforest, savanna, yung mga deserts, yung mga polar arctic deserts, so on and so forth. Yan yung climate. Okay? So weather versus climate, again, weather is what you get and climate is what you expect on that area. Okay? So let's move to the primary pollutants doon sa atmosphere natin. Okay, so primary pollutants, what they are the carbon compounds, the nitrogen oxide or what we call the NOx, the volatile organics or what we call the VOX, or the sulfur oxides or what we call the SOx, and the other particulate matters. So, ito yung mga main reason na pinupollute niya yung atmosphere natin. At saan galing yan, sir? Mainly because of, first is si transportation. Okay? Transportation, syempre, nag-involve siya sa combustion. Okay? And other industrial processes. So, ito yung reason on which ini-enhance natin yung greenhouse effect. And once na-enhance yung greenhouse effects, it will result to climate change. And what will be the result of climate change? Changes in weather systems. Okay? Changes in weather systems. Okay. So, because of these pollutants, nag-change yung temperature natin. Pero, based on this, based on the real scenario, yung structure natin doon sa atmosphere is basically like this with respect to temperature. Okay. Sa troposphere, okay, as you go up, nagdi-decrease siya. Okay? Nagdi-decrease siya. Once it reaches the tropopause, it will gradually be remain constant as you go up through the ozone layer. Bakit, sir? 'Di ba? sabi ko kanina, stable yung area na yan. Okay, kaya constant lang yung temperature. But if you go outside the ozone layer, nag-heat up na naman. Okay? Sa mesosphere, nag-heat up siya going to the stratopause, above the ozone layer. Okay? Then, going from the stratopause, gradually na naman, then from mesosphere going up to the mesopause, or going to the thermosphere, bumababa. Okay? And going outside, nag-i-increase na naman. So, alternate lang siya. Just remember ha, alternate from troposphere, decrease, increase, decrease, increase. If ever makakita kayo ng question na talks about kung ano ang nangyayari from lower, from troposphere going up to the thermosphere. Okay, una ha, decrease, increase, decrease, and increase. For every layer of the atmosphere. Just remember that one. Right? Sige. So much for the atmosphere. Let's go to the moisture, clouds, and precipitation. So basically, itong topic na ito, parang description type lang. Memorize lang yung mga terms. Okay? So let's have the terms. Air temperature. Okay, air temperature again, yung hotness and coldness. So basically, it describes the kinetic energy. Or what we call, di ba? Kinetic energy, energy in motion. Okay? Energy in motion kasi kapag nag-move siya, okay, tumataas yung temperature, or air temperature natin. And what will it result? It will result to the formation of clouds. And what is a cloud, sir? Cloud ha, always associate that with the term aerosol. Okay, cloud, aerosol. It is an aerosol consisting of a visible mass of minute liquid droplets. Okay? Hindi lang droplets, meron ding mga suspended dusts. Okay? And frozen crystals. Kasi yan yung catalyst on which na nakakreate si cloud. Pag wala yung mga dust particles, wala po si cloud doon. Kaya aerosol po siya. As one chemical compound or chemical material. Okay. Clouds. Clouds can affect humidity and moisture. Siyempre, doon sa water cycle natin, di ba? Always nag-change. Dynamic siya. So, nag-change yung humidity. Okay. If we say humid, pag ma-feel natin na medyo mainit, mataas yung humidity yan. At once ma-feel natin yung mainit, warm air rises, kaya nag-form si clouds at kaya umuulan. Okay? Pag ma-feel natin yung humid na yung area, basically, di ba? Na pre-predict natin na okay ngayon o mamaya uulan mamaya kasi ang init ngayon. Medyo humid yung temperature natin. O, di ba? Pag humid yung temperature, meaning dyan, yung moisture is nag-i-increase. Okay? Pag humid yung temperature ng area, yung moisture dyan is nag-i-increase. Okay? So, by definition, excuse me, humidity is the concentration of water vapor present in the air. So the more humid it is, the more water vapor. The more water vapor, the more clouds. The more clouds, the more it will rain. Okay? And in meteorology, humidity indicates the likelihood for precipitation. So yan yung indication on which may chance na umuulan or uulan mamaya. Okay. Dew point. It is the temperature at which the air is saturated. Okay? Saturated with what, sir? With water. Okay? At ito yung point na ito, pag meron ng dew point, condensation will begin. Okay? Dito yung first time or first process of condensation after nandyan si dew point. Okay? Kasi the higher the dew point rises, the greater the amount of moisture. Okay? The greater the amount of water vapor. Okay? Kaya nagka-create ng cloud. Di ba? Once it condense, for example, yung maaga, pag mapansin natin, di ba? Yung mga dew drops sa labas, kasi nagkukondense siya sa baba. Kaya usually, nag-occur yung fogs. Okay? Pag sa other areas naman, like sa United States or sa upper areas, once nag-freeze siya, nagiging frost yung precipitation niya. Okay? And everything involves with water vapor. Okay? Ito yung culprit dyan. Si water vapor. Sino si water vapor, sir? Siya yung invisible presence of water in a gaseous state. Okay? Water vapor, gas. So, yan yung mga terms. So basically, I'm talking about the concepts, guys. Okay? Please at least familiarize the concepts. Kasi ito yung usually inuulit at inuulit talaga. Hindi lang isang question. Mangyayari yan yun sa other questions. Para kasi yung from question 1 to 10, connected yung question yan sa other questions na makikita mo doon pag mag-exam na kayo. Okay? Sige, let's move. Okay, humidity, 'di ba? Na-discuss na natin kanina. There are two types of humidity, by the way. We have what we call absolute and we have what we call relative. Simple lang ito. Absolute, exacto punto. Relative, related in relation to a comparison. Okay. Absolute humidity, it measures the exact water vapor or moisture in the air. Okay? Exact water vapor in the air. Si relative humidity naman is yung percentage. Okay? Percentage kasi may kino-compare tayo dyan. And in meteorological terms, it tells how close the air is to being saturated. Okay? Ito yung indication niya. Pag malalaman natin, pag relative humidity, itong ganitong percentage, umuulan na. Okay? Ito yung basihanan dyan. So, formula, ito yung formula dyan. Sige. RH. Hindi red horse. Okay? Ito yung amount na water present in the atmosphere over yung total amount of water na present. Okay? As a unit volume. Okay? So, meron siyang comparison. Okay? Kaya relative siya. Si absolute naman, basically, yung actual vapor content versus yung sa max capacity niya within that atmosphere. Okay. And anong device na ginagamit natin to measure humidity? Chatbox nga, anong device ito? Go. Live people, FB people, sumagot kayo dyan. Anong device ito? Okay, how about the others? Sagot, sagot, sagot. Medyo tricky po ito kasi. Kaya pinapasagot ko kayo. Madaming questions na lumabas dito at madaming different questions siya. Kaya at least i-explain ko kung ano dapat ang sinasagot niya. Madaming sagot dito kasi. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So, the main device to be used in measuring humidity is what we call, okay? Yung device lang mismo ha, yung general device. Again, general device. Yan yung hygrometer. Okay? And usually, yung sa questions, may hygrometer at mayroong hydrometer. Okay? Yan yung questions. So, yung isasagot nyo ay yung letter G. Okay? Pero, pag walang hygrometer doon sa options, at merong psychrometer or wet and bulb, yan yung isasagot nyo. Kasi si psychrometer is a specific device na hygrometer na gumagamit lang ng wet and bulb process. Okay? It uses evaporative cooling. Kaya may wet and bulb siya. Okay? Again, pag may hygrometer, yan yung isasagot nyo. Pag wala at mayroong psychrometer, psychrometer yung isasagot nyo. Alright? Sige. Hygrometer, ito yung device, again, nagme-measure ng humidity. Okay? Sige. And trivia. Yung first hygrometer, in-invent ng isang Italian Renaissance na artist. Artist ba siya? Pwede din. Okay. Sino ito? The first crude hygrometer. Famous ito. Hindi natin alam, baka lumabas. Sige. Who devised the first crude hygrometer? In 1480. Yes, si Leonardo da Vinci. Di ba? So hygrometer, pinakauna na nag-devise, I think hindi nag-devise, nag-set up lang ata or nag-draw. Ewan ko. Basta, si Leonardo da Vinci yun. Okay? Sige. So, let's move doon sa clouds. Ito, maraming lalabas ito sa clouds. Okay? Clouds, again, aerosol consisting of visible mass of minute liquid droplets, frozen crystals, and other particulates. Okay? So, paano na-form si clouds, sir? Okay? Ito yon. Okay? Ganito, ganire. So, from water vapor, merong dust particles, nagko-coalesce sila. And once nagko-coalesce, di ba? Pag si dust nasa middle portion, then meron si water vapor, then another one, another one, another one. Then yung cloud droplet is lumalaki. And once lumalaki siya, okay, nagko-condense siya to form into clouds. Yan lang yan. Nagmo-merge lang siya. So, from small little water droplets with partnered with dust, nagko-combine hanggat na bumibigat siya, kaya nagpre-precipitate. Okay? Yan yun si clouds. Kaya, ang makikita niyo is that if we differentiate clouds, we will differentiate it according to its altitude. Kasi, the lower the cloud is, the more na mabigat siya, and the more na umuulan siya. Okay? So, the more the higher, the higher the cloud is, bago pa siya, bata pa. Kaya, ano pa siya, fair weather pa siya. Pag makakita kayo ng mga high clouds. Kaya, yung cloud system natin is nadi-differentiate siya because of altitude. Basis on how high and how low these clouds are. Okay? And these are examples of the high clouds. We have cirrus. Cirrostratus and cirrocumulus. Cirrus. Okay. Fern-like horsetail. Okay? Fern-like horsetail. Cirrostratus, sheets. Okay? Cirrostratus, sheets. Ito yung mga code name ha. Please remember the code names. Cirrocumulus, lumps, puffy. Okay? Cirrocumulus, lumps, puffy. Okay? Sige. Ito yung high clouds. Ito yung tatlo. Let's go on sa next, middle clouds. Okay? Or the famous, yung alto. Okay? Lumalabas din ito sa Gen-Ed. Types of clouds sa middle clouds, we have alto stratus, thick sheets. Alto cumulus, large lumps. So, di ba? Meron tayong ganina, cirrocumulus, meron tayong alto cumulus. So, the difference of which is that mas malaki yung or mas larger yung alto cumulus kasi bumababa siya. Meaning to say, mas maraming water droplets na sa kanya. Okay? Going down na siya. until such it will reach to a point that it will go to the lower types of clouds. Okay, the low clouds. We have stratus. Stratus, we have the ground clouds. Ground clouds. Yan yung makikita natin sa pinaka lowest portion. Okay, usually yan yung makikita natin. Okay, stratocumulus, ito yung medyo maitim na. Nimbus stratus, ito yung umuulan na. Okay, nimbus stratus, ito yung umuulan na. Okay, so meron tayong according to altitude, meron din tayong according to its vertical structure. Okay, we have cumulus. Remember the word cauliflower. Remember the word cauliflower. Cumulus congestus. Okay, rainy or stormy weather. Rainy or stormy weather. Ito, parating lumalabas. Cumulonimbus, anvil. Okay, anvil tops, cumulonimbus yan. Okay, so those are the different types of clouds. From high, middle or alto, to low, and yung vertical. Yan yung formation niya. Yan yung positioning niya. All throughout the atmosphere. And saang sphere nakikita itong mga clouds? Sa troposphere. Okay, so these are the type of cloud. And sir, ano kayang mga processes na nag-involve sa movement nitong mga clouds na ito? Okay? Meron kasi tayong tinatawag na lifting air processes. Ito yung mga ways and means of a certain cloud to move from one direction to another. Okay? It may be orographic lift, it may be frontal wedging, it may be convergence, or it may be a localized convective lifting. Okay. Pag orographic lift, ito ang nangyayari. Okay? So basically, yung airflow na galing sa sea, going up sa coastal mountains, dito yung nakikreate ng cloud, pero dito lang yung tama niya. Airflow niya dito is basically warmer air na siya. Kaya yung mga coastal mountains, yung other side niya is basically a desert system. Okay? Desert system dyan. So coastal areas, yan yung wet. Pag sa other side, desert na iyon. Kasi yung airflow, warm air lang yung tumatagos doon. Saan yung cool air, sir? Yung cool air, yung water droplet, yan yung cloud formation doon sa coastal systems. Diba? At merong tawag dito. Pag orographic lifting, please associate that with rain shadow effect. Okay? Rain shadow effect is a process on which that can be found sa sa mga desert system natin, or what we call the coastal deserts. Okay, let's go sa frontal wedging. Ito yung normal way of a certain cloud formation. Siyempre, warm air rises going to the cold air. Kaya meron tayong mga fronts. Cold front and warm front. Ito po yun. Frontal wedging. Later on, we will discuss more about these different types of fronts. Next, we have convergence. Okay, convergence, nagko-converge yung dalawang wind systems. And once it will converge, ang mangyari dyan, di ba? Kung mo-converge siya. Okay, then, saan patungo yung wind? Siyempre, uplifting. Once it uplifts, going above, dito yung area na magka-create ng clouds. Okay? Yan yung convergence. Convective lifting, on the other hand, ito yung creation of clouds or processes that lifts air on which yung surface area, okay, unequal siya. Merong unequal surface heating. Okay? That causes localized pockets of air to rise. Okay? Ito yung mangyayari yung mga drizzles na, for example, okay, sa area ko, umuulan. Pero sa 100 meters away, hindi umuulan. Ito yung convective lifting. Okay? So, these are the processes that lift air. orographic, or what we call the rain shadow effect, frontal wedging, the frontal systems, convergence, and convective lifting. Okay? Next, let's talk about precipitation. Okay, precipitation, any product of the condensation of the atmospheric water vapor. Okay? Yan yung rain, sleet, snow, ice, hail, di ba? So on, so forth. So formation is simple as evaporation because of convection, nagko-condense, then nagpiprecipitate. Okay? So, ito yung processes. Sige. Rain, drizzle, snow, sleet, hail, and freezing rain. From this, okay, from this, not choices, from this precipitation, just remember sleet, freezing rain, and drizzle. Okay, just remember the definition or the description between drizzle, sleet, and freezing rain. Okay, ito yung usually na ginagamit as answer. Okay, si drizzle, sleet, at si freezing rain. Okay, so si drizzle, yan yung light liquid precipitation. So, mas mababa siya or mas smaller siya compared kang rain. Okay, sleet on the other hand is what we call the half water of half ice. Okay, half water, half ice. Okay, ang nangyayari sa sleet is that yung concept dito is from the higher portions, liquid pa siya. But yung air na nagsusurround at that section below, once this liquid water vapor droplet will bypass or will pass through that section, nagiging ice po siya. It will freeze. Kaya nagiging sleet. Yan yung nangyayari dyan. Freezing rain. Ang nangyayari dito is that it occurs kapag si snow nagfo-fall sa warm layer, nagmi-melt, and again, pag abot niya sa surface, malamig na naman, then nag-freeze at nagsosolidify. Okay? Yan yung difference. So again, let's focus on drizzle, sleet, and freezing rain. Okay. And in terms of precipitation, what device do we use to measure rain or to measure precipitation? Chat box. Go. FB Live people. Sagot. Anong device na ginagamit natin? Sana yung iba. Si Sir Luigi lang. Yung iba. FB Live people. Sumagot kayo dyan. Anong device ang ginagamit natin? Okay? Sige. So, we have what we call rain gauge. So, ito yung mga ginagamit natin, usually ginagamit natin, or usually ginagamit sa mga meteorologists and hydrologists to measure the amount of liquid precipitation. But, hindi lang si rain gauge yung ginagamit natin. Kasi, due to technology, meron na tayong mga weather radar systems. Okay? Please remember this one. Okay? Kasi usually, ini-ignore natin ito sa mga choices. Pag weather radar, it is used to locate precipitation, can calculate its motion, its estimate its type, and it forecasts weather. Okay? Meron pa. Pag weather radar dito sa Earth, meron din tayong tinatawag na weather satellites sa labas. Okay? Example for this is what we call the parasatellite. I think Landsat also has feature of that. Okay? Yan yung mga orbiting weather satellites natin. Alright? Sige. So, precipitation, sir. Bakit nag-change yung mga yung precipitation natin or nag-change the way certain cloud creates these types of rain, sleet, snow, etc., etc. Kasi may underlying factors po dyan. Okay, and the underlying factors for that are latitude, altitude, and humidity level. As I've explained kanina. Okay? Latitude, syempre, umuulan pag going near ka sa equator. Okay? Umuulan pag malapit ka sa equator. Syempre, yan yung mainit na portion. At pag yan yung mainit na portion, always nagra-rise yung warm air, creating clouds, thus, always umuulan. Okay? Altitude. Syempre, it rains more in the high areas compared sa lower areas. Kaya umuulan po sa bukid, yung mga mountainous regions. Okay? Plus, meron pa tayong orographic lifting. Diba? Humidity level. Siyempre, as I mentioned kanina, mas umuulan doon sa mga coastal areas compared sa inland. Kasi, nandyan yung fuel, nandyan yung dagat, nandyan yung ocean. Source siya sa humidity. Okay? Sige. So, that's all for precipitation. Let's move to wind and air pressure. Okay? So, wind and air pressure, these are just terms. Okay? Terms that you need to familiarize. Air pressure, the weight of air molecules that is pressing down on the planet. Okay? And nagdedepende po yan siya sa air density. Okay? Basically, kung gaano kalapit yung molecules. Okay? And with respect to altitude, iba-iba yung air pressure na ma-experience natin. Pag nandito tayo sa coastal areas, compared doon sa, or kapag we are living on the mountainous regions. Iba-iba yung air pressure dyan. Okay? And the instrument that we will use in order to measure air pressure is what we call the mercury barometer. Or just say it, barometer. Okay? So madami-dami na tayong tinatakol ng mga devices. So again, air pressure is equivalent to barometer. And barometer uses mercury. Okay? So it uses millibars. And these are the types of barometer. It may either be the electric sensor barometer, okay, and also the normal mercury barometer. Sige. So, with respect to air pressure, the changes of air pressure within a certain area, a certain location, nag-change yan siya. Okay? Kaya, meron tayong mga tinatawag na low pressure area at high pressure area systems. Okay? Let's talk more about the systems. So, differences in air pressure. Meron tayong low pressure area, high pressure. Low pressure cyclonic flow, or what we call LPA, aka Pilipinas Bagyo. Okay? Kabaliktaran yan, high pressure area, anti-cyclonic flow. Baliktad yung nangyayari ha, yung air dyan is nagsisink back down. Compared ni low pressure na yung air is nagra-rise upward. Ito lang yung difference niya. Low pressure, tumataas. High pressure, bumababa. Okay? And etong pressure systems na ito, iba yung direction of movement niya. Okay? Ito yung difference niya. As you can see, sa Philippine area natin, yung bagyo natin is nag-move siya, ano ba to? Counterclockwise. Okay? Pag bagyo sa Pilipinas, counterclockwise. Pag bagyo sa Southern Hemisphere, clockwise na siya. Okay? Just remember that one, ha? Pag bagyo sa Pilipinas, counterclockwise. Pag bagyo sa Southern Hemisphere, clockwise. Okay? When we talk about the high pressure, baliktad lang yan. Okay? Pag Northern Hemisphere, high pressure, clockwise. Pag Southern Hemisphere, counterclockwise. Okay? And it depends on the movements of the warm air and the cool air sa area na yan. Okay? So, yan yung mga directions. Sige. Wind. Wind, by definition, it is the air that moves from high pressure to low pressure. Again ha, si wind, from high pressure to lower pressure. Okay, and there are factors na nag-affect doon sa wind natin, or kaya meron tayong mga different wind systems. One of which is what we call the Coriolis effect. Ito yung phenomenon or event on which yung mga objects sa northern hemisphere are being deflected. Saan? Saang direction? Sa right. Again ha, yung mga materials or objects sa northern hemisphere dinideflect ni Coriolis effect going to the right. Okay? Si southern hemisphere, dinideflect niya going to the left. Please remember, northern hemisphere to the right, southern hemisphere to the left. Yan si Coriolis effect. Okay. And because of that, ang nangyayari is that kaya meron tayong Coriolis effect kasi dahil kay Earth's rotation. Okay? Dahil kay Earth's rotation. And because of this, meron tayong pressure gradient that creates the geostrophic winds. Okay? Na nag-flow all throughout the areas, all throughout the altitude from the polar regions going to the equator. Okay? Yung mga easterlies, westerlies. Okay? I hope naka-remember kayo dyan. Later on, we discuss natin. Okay. Another factor, we have friction. Of course, if a wind will go through the mountains, humihina siya. And that's because of friction. Yan yung purpose doon sa mga mountains natin. For example, binablock ni Sierra Madre yung mga bagyo. Okay? Ang nangyayari dyan is because of friction. Okay? It interferes with the wind. Kaya hinihina niya yung bagyo na upcoming doon sa area. Okay? Yan yung purpose ng mga mountains natin. Due to friction, hinihina niya hinihila niya yung mga bagyo. Okay? Centripetal acceleration, it is another factor because yung air is moving due to inward acceleration. Ang nangyayari is yung air nagmo-move towards the center. Okay? And for that matter, nagme-maintain siya ng curve path. Okay? Same scenario doon sa Coriolis effect. Because of these factors, meron tayo nito. We have the polar easterlies, the westerlies, and the trade winds that is near the equator. Okay, just remember ha, pag northern portion, the easterlies. Yung nasa gitna, westerlies. Trade winds, nasa equator. Just remember this day. Easterlies, pinakataas. Trade winds, sa equator. Westerlies, nasa gitna. Okay? Just remember that one. Though these are the global wind systems, by the way. Okay? And don't forget this middle portion here. What we call the doldrums or the intertropical convergent zone. Okay? Ito yung area na nakikita natin yung low pressure. Low pressure area ito. Okay? Low pressure area which circles the Earth. Ito yung ITCZ. Okay? And these wind systems, we will differentiate that with the types. Okay? We have the primary, secondary, and the local. Yung primary winds natin is, as I said kanina, yung trade winds, westerlies, and easterlies. Secondary winds, yan yung regional base. Bale, we have the monsoons, land and sea breeze, and the mountain and valley breeze. Yung local winds, nangyayari siya sa mga localities or etong area for example, ngayon ako, naka-experience ako ng Lu, Mistral, we have the Fowen, and the Bora. Okay? Huwag nyo na itong pansinin. Ang pansinin nyo is etong primary at etong secondary. Okay? Never mind this one. Ito yung focus nyo dapat. Okay? And with these types of wind, syempre, nagmo-move, di ba si wind? And always siya nagsi-circulate. So, we'll talk more about the factors on which nag-affect sa general circulation. So, these are the trends. Okay? Concept again. Kasi always lumalabas yung concept. Okay? Pag elevation, guys, elevation, as you go up, yung air pressure is nagdi-decrease. Bakit? Kasi less air na lang ang nag-push down sa iyo. Diba? As you go up, nangyayari is, yung molecules is thin na yung air molecules dyan. Kaya, nag-lower down yung air pressure as you go up. Temperature naman. Pag tumataas ang temperature, na bumababa yung air pressure. Bakit, sir? Kasi, nag-air yung warm, nagwa-warm yung air. And once nagwa-warm your air, di ba, ang nangyayari is, yung molecules dyan is na-excite. And once na-excite siya, nag-move siya. Pag nag-move siya, nag-lower down yung pressure. Okay? At the same time, pag nag-lower down yung pressure, bumababa din yung density. Okay? Humidity. Pag tumataas ang humidity or kung mas humid yung air, yung pressure dyan is bumababa. Bakit, sir? Siyempre, pag humidity, ang nangyayari is yung water molecules na magle-less yung mass dyan. Kaya naglo-lower down yung air pressure. So, ito yung mga different factors na nag-affect doon sa wind circulation. Okay? So, again, so recap with these frontal systems. The frontal systems, these are the boundary separating two air masses. Again, two air masses. And these air masses, iba-iba yung densities niya. Magkaiba. Okay? Kaya meron tayong tinatawag na cool air at si warm air. Okay? So, how do we distinguish these different frontal systems? So, ito lang. Pag si cool air pumupunta kay warm air, cold front po yan. Okay? Pag si cold air, cold air pumupunta kay warm air, cold front. Pag si warm naman pumupunta kay cold air, warm front. Yan. Okay? So, occluded front. Okay? From the word occluded. Nagfo-form siya pag yung warm air nasa gitna ng dalawang cool air. So basically, nasa sandwich si warm air sa kanilang dalawa. Kaya occluded siya. Stationary is that, stationary yung dalawang air masses, cool air and warm air. At yung area nga nag-stationary siya, dyan yung nag-create ng cloud system. Okay? So these are the different frontal systems. We have cold front, warm front, occluded front, and we have what we call the stationary front. Now, in a weather map, anong shape resembles warm front? Chatbox nga. Anong shape resembles warm front? Dapat alam nyo to. Anong shape ito? Na resemble si warm front. Sagot. Laban guys. Para sa lisensya ito. Warm front. Red yung color niyan sa weather map. Anong shape? Hindi nyo alam ang shape. Okay? Semicircle guys. Okay? Semicircle po si warm front. At si cold front naman ay yung triangle. Okay? Please remember this one. Okay? Warm front, semicircle na color pula. Cold front, yan yung triangle. Occluded, yung violet, at stationary is alternate. Di alam ang shape, di ba? Alam ko, di ba? Parang, anong shape ito? Half circle, semicircle po yan. Okay? Half circle, semicircle na. Okay? I'm sure of which lalabas mo ito. Pag warm front, semicircle. Pag cold front, triangle. Okay? Pag color, yung occluded front, siya yung iba. Pag stationary front, alternate. Alright? Sige. Frontal system, let's go to monsoon. Okay, monsoon. Ito yung nangyayari ngayon. Kaya medyo malamig ngayon dito sa Pinas. Okay? So this is a seasonal change on which yung direction of wind systems nag-iba. Kasi mayroon tayong dalawang monsoon. Mayroong wet at mayroong dry. Okay? At ngayon, what monsoon are we experiencing today sa Pilipinas? Sige nga, kung alam nyo, anong monsoon ito? Go.
Wet monsoon.
Okay? This is what we call the wet monsoon or amihan. Okay? Cool northeast monsoon, amihan. Kaya ulan ng ulan. Pero mas umuulan pag habagat na po. Okay? Just remember this, guys. Pag amihan, cool. Bakit cool, sir? Saan galing yung air dito? Galing sa polar, di ba? Polar regions. Kaya cool northeast monsoon. Diyan yung positioning niya. From northeastern portion going to the Philippines. Kaya cool air. Di ba? Pag habagat naman, mainit. Pag mainit, saan galing? Sa equator. Ito yung nangyayari is frequent yung heavy rainfall. Okay? Again, si habagat yung mas intense. Si amihan is less intense. So we will expect more of that during months of June, July, August. Yan yung habagat season. Habagat monsoon. Okay? So again, difference of amihan. Amihan nanggaling sa taas, habagat nanggaling sa equator. Amihan, northeast, habagat, southwest. Okay? Sige. Anong next? Okay? Air mass. Okay. Air mass. Again, I have discussed about this kanina, pero via location, meron tayong tinatawag na continental, maritime, polar, and tropical. And usually, iba-iba yung positioning niya. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na continental polar, maritime polar, continental tropical, or maritime polar. Okay? Ang magkaiba lang dito is just familiarize or situate dyan na yung concept is that kung saan na-generate yung air mass. Either continental ba or sa dagat or yung location niya it's kung nasa polar regions ba or nasa tropical region. Yan lang yung basis doon sa different air masses. Okay? And these different air masses can create different types of thunderstorms. Okay? So these are the different types of thunderstorms. I know for sure some of you ngayon lang ito na na-familiarize. So meron tayong single cell, in my body is happy. Okay? Hindi pa tayo doon sa cells. Single cell, isa lang yung na-form dyan. Okay? Single cell, typically, naglalast lang siya ng 20 to 30 minutes. Okay? May thunderstorm, shorter version lang siya. Pag multi-cell, ang nangyari is continuous siya all throughout. Yan yung bagyo. Bagyo na talaga. Supercell, yan yung si super bagyo. So bale, si bagyo natin, nagsusuper saiyan yan. Kaya supercell siya. Squall line, on the other hand, ang nangyayari dyan is that meron siyang continuous line of thunderstorms. I don't know if nakakita na kayo dito sa coastal areas. Usually, nandyan yan sa above on a certain portion of a seawater or a sea body. Okay? So, ito yung types of thunderstorms. Single cell, multi-cell, supercell, and squall line. And same as, meron tayong tinatawag na thunderstorm stages. So, it is the same process on which a cloud is forming. Okay? From cumulus stage, the air rises. From mature stage, yan yung nag-dissipate na yung mga thunderstorms, lightnings, precipitation. Okay? And lastly, slowly nagdi-disrupt na siya. Okay? Yan yung dissipating stage. Okay? And because of thunderstorm, syempre, counterpart niya is lightning. Okay? We have types of lightning. Okay. From this lightning, you don't need to memorize because I want you just guys to familiarize three lang, tatlo lang ha. Si intracloud or IC, this is the most common type, by the way. Okay, intracloud, we have cloud to ground. And merong isa si cloud to cloud. Okay? Intra-cloud, the most common type. Cloud to ground, the most dangerous type kasi from cloud to ground, nahihit ka ng lightning. Si cloud to cloud, from cloud to cloud, yun lang. Because of different charges above that area doon sa clouds na yun. Okay? Sige. Let's move. Cyclogenesis, basically, yung warm air rise, same lang ito. But in a different stage. So meron tayong initial stage, wave appearance, cyclonic circulation, occludifront, and cyclolysis. So ito yung formation of a typhoon. Yun lang. Okay? Because of the moving air pa rin. Because of the wind system. Okay? And because of that, we have different typhoon. And dito sa Pilipinas, okay, it will depend on the mean wind, yung mean winds niya at yung gust. The more the gust, the more gusty is the bagyo, the more na devastating siya sa area. Okay? And we have different typhoon categories. Okay? Meron na tayong new public storm warning signal because before, hanggang signal number 3 lang. Pero, pag abot ni Typhoon Haiyan, kasi mas more than 220 kph po si Typhoon Haiyan. Kaya, nag-create si Pag-asa ng another category on which what we call super typhoon, signal number 4. Okay? From these 4 category, please remember this, the difference between TD and tropical storm. Okay. Tropical depression up to 61 and tropical storm 62 to 180. Ito yung dalawang usually lumalabas sa LED. Si tropical depression at si tropical storm. Okay? Yan yon. Oh, nahala ko ulit si Yolanda. Oh, nang dahil niyan, meron tayong signal number 4. Okay? So from typhoon, let's move to tornado. Okay? These are the types of tornado and isa lang yung question na nakita ko sa LED. Ito yung question na smallest diameter na devastating yung effect. Okay? Tornado yung sagot dyan. I don't know if Gen Ed ba yun or sa major. Basta, smallest diameter pero devastating effect, tornado yung sagot. Okay? Sige. So much for the atmosphere. Okay? Let's have a break. 5 minutes, guys. CR muna ako. Okay? Kain muna kayo dyan. 5 minutes.
Wala bang energizer dyan? Hi, Ma'am Nida.
Okay. Let's go. So, I will tackle some of the topics with respect po sa ocean kasi connected po siya doon sa meteorological aspect. Okay? Just to be safe lang guys ha. So, oceans, we have the different types of oceans. Okay? We have the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic, and so on and so forth. Okay? In terms of concentration, okay, ito yung magkaiba. Okay. Sa atmosphere, okay, only sa again, mas malaking percentage si atmospheric, which is 71. Then oxygen and carbon dioxide. Pero sa ocean surface, ang nangyari is that mas nag-increase si oxygen compared kay nitrogen na nag-decrease. Bakit kaya? Bakit kaya? Anong meron ni ocean na wala kay atmosphere? Bakit mas maraming oxygen content sa ocean surface natin compared sa atmosphere? Sige nga. Sino may alam dito? Anong meron sa ocean surface na madami tayong oxygen content doon compared kay atmosphere? Okay, i-relate natin dyan. Very good, Sir Luigi. Kasi dito yung makikita natin yung mga phytoplanktons natin. Okay. Ano yung phytoplankton, sir? Remember sa biology, ito yung mga autotrophs. Okay? That uses photosynthesis. Then it gives off oxygen. That's why sa ocean surface natin mas malaki yung percentage ni oxygen compared doon kay atmosphere. Okay? So remember that concept. Yun lang ha. Yan yun lang ikabisado nyo. Bakit magkaiba yung oxygen content ni atmosphere at ni surface volume. Okay? Also, na-differentiate natin dyan, again, yung characteristics ng seawater. Okay? Magkaiba kasi yung aspect doon sa concentration ni seawater. Kasi madami siyang purpose. At it will affect also the atmosphere. Okay? We have salinity, syempre. Yung salt content. Okay? Density, syempre, pag yung waters natin, nag-i-increase yung temperature in a certain area, nagiging less dense yung tubig. At once na less dense siya, yung salinity is nag-i-increase. Okay? So as salinity increases, water becomes more dense. And ang nangyayari dyan is that nag-move yung ocean currents with respect to the movement sa air circulation natin. Okay? So pH, again, measure of the acidity or the alkalinity of a certain substance. Okay? And because of the salinity, pH of density, it will affect the temperature. And also the dissolved gases. Ito yung main point ko. Dissolved gases. These are the amount of gases in that seawater that all of the living organisms nagde-depend sa kanya. Kasi once these dissolved gases will change on a certain location, kahit 1 degrees lang, it will really affect everything. Remember that yung mga coral system natin malapit sa shore, as you can as you can see dito sa Philippines, 'di ba? White na sila lahat. Namamatay. Bakit? Kasi because of the rising temperature, lumiliit yung dissolved gases. Okay? And that will really affect the ecosystem. Okay? And because of that, we'll talk more about the currents. Kasi ito yung nagbibigay ng system on which yung climate natin is nag-change. Meron tayong surface currents at meron tayong deep currents. So yung surface currents, yan yung parallel sa surface. Okay? Yan yung horizontal na nakikita natin pag naliligot tayo ng dagat. Deep currents naman is yan yung water circulation below. Okay? Below. And Again, vertical, perpendicular to the surface. And these ocean currents may or be permanent or continuous. Okay? Merong areas na permanent lang siya, na nagsa-cycle. But the surface naman is on a continuous manner. And its direction is dependent on the air circulation above. Okay? Merong factor din doon. Okay? So, these are the certain factors that influences these current systems and that will affect the weather and the climate also. Diba? Continuous siya, hand in hand. Nag-work siya as dynamically as possible. Ganyan ka-powerful yung processes na nag-involve. And these processes only works because of the sun. Kasi si sun, yan yung power system niya. Na yung fuel to make things work. To make everything work dito sa planet natin. Okay? So these are the underlying factors. First is yung solar heating. Diba? Yung kanina sinabi ko. Iba-iba yung heat temperatures on each of the hemispheres of the Earth. As well as the wind. Pag yung wind system is following on that direction, it will really affect the temperature, the air, the atmosphere that is beyond it. Okay? Third, we have the topography or the geology of the ocean. Siyempre, what do I mean by this is that yung level of depthness. Okay? Level of depthness sa ocean. Kasi dito natin ma-determine yung ocean circulation below. That will bring what? That will bring the El Nino and La Nina. Diba? Connected lahat. 3, we have 1, 2, 3. 4, we have gravity. Diba? Siyempre, yung mga tidal systems natin, yung high tide at low tide. At hindi lang yung dalawa, meron din tinatawag na yung spring tide at neap tide. I-discuss natin yan mamaya. And 5th, and the last, we have the Coriolis effect. Diba? The deflection because of the rotation of our own planet. Okay. So, etong mga factors na ito, nag-affect siya doon sa current natin, sa ocean currents. And that will affect, again, the atmospheric conditions, the meteorological aspects, and as well as the climate of that certain area. Any area po sa ating planet. It will directly affect because of this solar heating, winds, the topography or geology, the gravity, and also the Coriolis effect. Kaya, meron tayong mga tinatawag na rotating ocean currents or what we call the gyres. Okay? Ito yon. Ito yon ang output doon sa mga factors. Okay? And we have the different relationship trends, okay, on which the ocean current is moving. Okay, it may be on the eastern boundary, it may be as the eastern boundary current or the western boundary current. The only difference of these two boundary currents is that its direction. Okay, direction lang. Ito lang yung i-memorize nyo. Pag eastern boundary current, away from the poles. Okay. Saan siya pupunta, sir? Sa equator po. Si western boundary naman, going away from the equator towards the poles. So, from these two boundaries, anong water, air ba, warmer ba or colder ang dinadala ni eastern boundary current? Warmer waters or colder waters ang dinadala ni eastern boundary current? Sige, sagot daw. Anong dinadala niya? The cool waters or the warm waters ni eastern boundary current? Go, sagot. Cold waters. Okay? Yan yung dinadala niya. Okay? Si western boundary naman is from the equator. Siyempre, yung dinadala niya is yung mga warm waters. Okay. So, yan lang yung kabisaduhin nyo. Okay, let's move to the tides. Tides, rise and fall. Basic definition, rise and fall of our ocean surface. Okay, sino ang reason nito? Reason nito is the interaction. Again, please remember this. Interaction of gravity between Earth and the Moon. Okay? Earth and the Moon po. Okay? Hindi po kasali si Sun. Kasali si Sun, pero maliit lang talaga. Main factor dyan is dahil ni Earth at the Moon. At ni Moon. Okay? And there are two tides that are occurring every day. Okay? Dalawa lang. Dalawa lang. Okay? Two tides lang. Okay? And these are the three tidal patterns. We have the diurnal, semi-diurnal, and the mixed semi-diurnal. Okay. Diurnal kapag one low and one high tide. Di or bi, dalawa. One low, one high. Semi-diurnal naman, dalawang low at dalawang high. Okay? Mixed semi-diurnal. High and isang low, pero magkaiba yung height. Merong height difference. Okay? So, these are the different tidal patterns. Diurnal, dalawa. Semi-diurnal, apat. At mixed semi-diurnal, high and low, pero may difference in height. Okay? And we have what we call the spring tide and the neap tide. The only difference between these two is that si spring tide, yung super saiyan. Sige. I-visualize, i-describe natin. Siya yung super saiyan kasi spring tide, siya yung areas or siya yung phenomenon nga mas on the highest point yung high tide at lowest point yung low tide. Okay? Spring tide, super saiyan. Okay? Pag neap tide, normal. Di ba? So, spring tide, grabe. Neap tide, normal lang. Alright? Sige. Yan yung difference kanilang dalawa. And let's move to the El Nino and La Nina phenomenon. Okay. El Nino is the term for which there is the shift in winds, ocean currents, the sea surface, the surface air pressure, all of the things that we have tackled kanina. Kaya nag-oscillate yang area na yan, specifically in the Pacific Ocean, in the Indian Ocean, and in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay? So, ang nangyari dito is that reported siya na there's a change sa temperature between that ocean and it will lead to major shifts sa global weather patterns. Okay? So, nag-change yung global weather patterns. Kaya, El Nino, drought. It will bring drought. La Nina, it will bring rains. Okay? Yan yung association niya. And that is because of the things, the factors that we have discussed before. Diba? Lahat yun connected sa isang phenomenon. That is the El Nino and the La Nina oscillations. Okay? Sige. Let's move to the spheres of the Earth. Okay. So atmosphere, biosphere, geosphere, hydrosphere, the basics. Okay? Atmo, bio, life, geo, land, hydro, water. Okay? Hindi ko na to i-discuss ng grabe ha. Kasi basic lang ito. So geosphere, the layers of the Earth. We have inner, outer core. We have the mantle, the crust, the lithospheric plates, and the asthenosphere. Okay? And each of these layers, meron siyang different characteristics. Okay? Pag inner core, solid. Solid what? Solid iron and nickel. Solid fine. Okay? Outer core, liquid. The mantle is basically solid and it is composed of silicates and traces of iron and magnesium. One portion of the mantle, nandyan si asthenosphere. Yan yung hindi solid. Okay? It is plastic, solid, yet nearly liquid. Kaya, si lithosphere above, yung mga plates natin, nagmo-move siya. Gradually moving. Diba? So, ano yung theory na anong theory na ina-associate natin sa movement nitong lithosphere? Sige nga, anong sagot? Chat box. What theory is that? Na nagmo-move yung mga plates natin.
Tectonic theory.
The tectonic plate theory and also the continental drift theory. So connected lahat, di ba? Ganyan si Earth Science, guys, connected lahat. Okay? Yan yun ata yung purpose ni PRC na change niya yung enhanced OS. For us to know the interconnectedness of the things. Okay? Sige. Let's move. Okay? Mantle. Slow-flowing solid rock. We have the magma. Crust. It is the thin outermost layer. Kung sa pizza yan, yan yung sauce. Okay? Kung crust siya, yan yung sauce. At meron siyang dalawang sauce. Okay? Yung sauce nga oceanic crust. At meron din yung, ano tawag doon? Pineapple na toppings niya. Yan yung continental crust. Di ba? May-imagine na natin, sa isang pizza lang, nandyan si geosphere. Nandyan si crust. Yung basically, yung layers ni pizza, yan yung geosphere natin, guys. Okay? So, yung inner at outer core, yan yung nasunog na portion below. Kasi sobrang init. So, middle portion, yan yung mantle. Yung medyo hindi pa crispy, yung soft fish pa. So, yung above, yung sauce, yan yung crust. Simple as that. Diba? At least, once you eat pizza, pag kumakain kayo ng pizza, okay, ito yung layers of the earth. O, diba? Ito yung crust, ito yung mantle. Easy na agad. Okay? And oceanic crust, by the way, comprises of silicon and magnesium. Okay? Continental crust, we have silicon and anong aluminum. Okay? So, let's go to the core. Denser part, blah, blah, blah. Hindi ito nila malabas palagi. So, roles. May madaming roles si geosphere. Hindi lang siya purpose na nagsastand lang tayo. Hindi. Kasi, first, nagkukontribute siya ng particulate matter. And particulate matters, again, it is a recipe on how we make clouds. Okay? Pag wala yung volcanic ashes, wala yung volcanic eruptions, wala po tayong clouds. Okay? Contributor din siya ng salt. Kaya salty yung oceans natin. Siyempre, nutrients. Pag walang soil, hindi no plants will create. Okay, will create food, di ba? And lastly, yung mga what we call the geographical isolation. Okay? Because our lands produces barriers na ina-isolate yung population of organisms. Kaya madami tayong animal species all throughout because of this. And this will be an enhanced version on how evolution has came to be today. Because of this, what we call geographical isolation. Okay? Sige. From geosphere, move tayo sa water. Hydrosphere. Okay? Water on earth, constantly moving, of course. And also, we have the different types of water. The two types, we have the surface and the groundwater. That comprises of 3% fresh and 97% salt water. And we have the frozen water, what we call the portion, the cryosphere. This is the sphere on which dito natin makikita yung mga polar ice caps, Greenland and Antarctic, diba? Jan Ed, diba? Ito yon si cryosphere. Okay, let's move to the roles. Excuse me. Okay, first, water. It moderates climate. It transfers heat. It carries nutrients for us to live. And it is very essential in many of Earth's processes. Grabing need ni water. And the only planet that has water is our own planet. Okay? Sige. Let's move to atmosphere. Okay, na-discuss ko na to kanina. Let's move to the rules. Okay. It contains the gas that living things need. Siyempre, carbon dioxide, need for photosynthesis sa mga plants, and oxygen for us humans to live, and all other animals out there. Second, again, the transfer of heat. Radiation. Okay, it absorbs the clouds, the surface absorbs the heat, the atmosphere reflects the heat, so on and so forth. Okay, ozone, very important layer of the earth, of the atmosphere. And lastly, the atmosphere plays a part in weathering and erosion. Siyempre, the wind, okay, because of friction pa din. Kaya nagwe-weather and nag-erode yung mga land structures natin. And because of these three spheres, nandito si biosphere. Okay? The life sphere, on where we can find life, where we can find the food chain, the food webs. Okay? And its role primarily is, siyempre, aids in weathering. Important sink for certain elements, especially carbon, di ba? Diyan yun nakukuha natin yung mga natural gas. Coal natin. Okay? Oh, ito yun, formation of some minerals, coal formation, and as well as photosynthesis. Okay, so because of that interconnectedness, the Earth basically acts as one system on which we can find matter, energy, and the processes that makes it one whole living thing. Okay, parang organisms Earth. Parang organisms na nag-revolve between this matter, energy, and the different processes to make things work. And the reason, the main culprit of these three is our own sun. Okay? Because the sun is the one who derives. Siya yung starting point. Siya yung fuel sa mga different biogeochemical processes natin, or the biogeochemical cycles. And let's start with the water cycle. Okay? Basic lang. From evaporation, from liquid to gas, nag-create ng clouds, from water vapor, nagko-condense, then, pag mabigat na, nagpe-precipitate. Saan pupunta yung precipitate? Yung rain. Siyempre, sa lupa. It may either be going sa runoff or it will go down underground, or what we call the groundwater. Once the water will fall going sa underground, it will percolate. Saan patungo, sir? Going to the seas. And back again as a cycle. Yan lang kasimple si water cycle. Okay? So, never-ending process lang siya because of the sun. Okay? Sige. From water cycle, let's move to the carbon cycle. Okay. Carbon cycle, syempre, cycle of the element carbon. Series of processes by which these carbon compounds are interconverted sa environment or sa ecosystem natin. Okay? And we are just using this in order for us to live, not only for us human organisms, human living things, but also doon sa mga unseen, okay, unseen organisms below. Okay? Kasi meron tayong mga organisms na what we call saprophytes, na kinukuha nila yung mga decayed organisms going down to form into series of products. Okay? Especially carbon, when it sinks, it will fall into fossilized remains and eventually fossil fuels. And we are using that now to what? To our technology, to manufacture things. Then, ang byproduct nito, carbon dioxide, which is needed again for photosynthesis. So, yan lang yung carbon cycle. Okay? Simple as that. Sige. Nitrogen. Nitrogen. Siyempre, the element nitrogen, kino-convert niyan into different multiple chemical forms as it circulates the atmosphere. Okay? Hindi lang sa atmosphere, guys. May it be in the terrestrial terms, terrestrial ecosystem, and in the marine ecosystem. So this is just a repeating cycle on which processes na nag-involve ni nitrogen between living things and non-living things. Okay? May counterpart na siya, living things and non-living things. Kasi from the atmosphere, through the process of nitrogen fixation, the nitrogen fixing bacteria will utilize this, what we call the, ano tawag dito? Yung mga nitrates. Okay? Then, yung mga nitrifying bacteria will turn this NH3 to NO3 that will be used sa ating mga plants. Okay? Then, the deనిtrification bacteria will convert again that to nitrogen gas. Then so on, so forth. So, very important po si nitrogen kasi diyan yun nanggagaling yung part siya sa amino acids natin, yung proteins, yung nucleic acids. Okay? So, very important cycle talaga si nitrogen. And it involves two main processes. Again, nitrogen fixation and denitrification. Let's go to phosphorus. Phosphorus, basically, these are the nutrients that is involved from the geosphere going down as sediments patungo sa ocean. Okay? Because nandyan natin makukuha yung mga phosphate reserves natin. That is being utilized again and by again from the animals to the plants, going to the atmosphere, then going back again to the water. Okay? So from geosense ni siya ha, from the geosphere portion going to the phosphates and underground water. Yan lang yung si phosphorus. Oxygen cycle is basically photosynthesis. Okay? Oxygen cycle is basically photosynthesis and ang counterpart niya is yung carbon cycle. Okay? So si oxygen cycle, yan yung light portion, yung dark portion is itong si carbon cycle before. And last is we have the sulfur cycle. The sulfur cycle is basically found in the lithosphere. And it enters the atmosphere as hydrogen sulfide. Okay, hydrogen sulfide, it will affect the atmosphere because of acid rain. And this acid rain will, nandyan yung si sulfur, it will go and flow, go into the waters, create sulfates and sulfides. Then, nasisettle down siya sa sediments. And once nasisettle down siya, magiging fossil fuels, and again, we are using that for fuel. Yun lang si sulfur cycle. And each of these cycles, if ever merong isa sa kanila ang madi-deteriorate, all of the other systems madadamay. Okay? Kaya itong mga cycles na ito, always moving, always there for life to survive. Okay? So much for the cycles. Let's have some discussion about minerals. Okay, minerals. These are the descriptions of a mineral. If ever wala sa kanila ang isa, hindi na po siya mineral. Okay? A mineral should be naturally occurring. Okay? It should be homogeneous solid. Again, homogeneous. It should be inorganic. It should have a crystalline geostructure. And it should have a definite chemical composition. Okay? Pearl is not an example of a mineral. That is because wala siyang crystalline structure. Okay? Ice is considered a mineral because all of these things meron siya. Okay? Coal is not a mineral because it doesn't have a crystalline structure. Ay, meron siyang crystalline structure pero hindi siya naturally occurring. I know. Hindi siya inorganic. Sorry. Coal is not inorganic. Okay? Kasi carbon-based siya. Organic siya. From an organic material. From dead remains of plants. Okay? So, If ever makakita kayo ng question regarding about a definition of a mineral, just remember this one. NICDS, naturally occurring, inorganic, crystalline, D, definite chemical composition, and S, solid. Okay? And a mineral has these different properties. Hardness, luster, tenacity, color, transparency, strength, breakage, and habit. Okay? Habit. Habit is basically the shape. Tenacity, it is how tough the mineral is. Luster, the way it shines. Si luster, merong non-metallic at ni metallic. Hardness, resistance of a mineral of being scratched. And nandyan si Mohs hardness scale. Transparency, it is the way a mineral that can light passes through it. Okay, it may be transparent, translucent, or opaque. Density, mass per volume. Color and streak. Color, basically the outer color appearance. Streak is the one nga color siya once you will strike it on a porcelain plate. So makikita mo yung real color ni mineral. Fluorescence is the way a mineral emits light when it absorbs. Breakage on how a mineral breaks, and conductivity, whether or not a mineral can conduct electricity. So ito yung mga different minerals, mineral properties. Okay? And these mineral properties is basically nagdi-differ siya on how they are processed. Okay? Processed virtue of the rock cycle. Okay? Rock cycle. Ito lang yung basics niya ha. From magma, because of cooling, it will solidify into an igneous rock. Okay? Nagsa-story na ako ha. Storytelling tayo. Meron si magma, isang araw, nandyan si magma. Then, after a while, naku-cool down siya. And once naku-cool down siya, nag-harden. Then, it will create an igneous rock. And there are two types of igneous rock based on its location. Si intrusive at si extrusive. Si intrusive, yan yung child na generate below underground. Intrusive inside. Si extrusive, yan yung mga igneous rock na generate outside. Okay? And each of these rocks always go to the surface because of uplift. Parati yan. Kasi nag-move si land natin. Then, nandyan si outcrop. Si outcrop, siya yung rocks na nakikita natin sa surface. Any rock portion na nakikita natin dyan. Okay? Yan yung si outcrop. And si outcrop is subjected to weathering, erosion, and basically it will turn into sediments in the future. Okay? And once it will be a sediment, it will compile, it will be buried, it will be compacted, it will be cemented until it will form a sedimentary rock. Okay? And remember, the land is moving. Okay? Deeper and deeper because of burial, heat, and pressure, it will eventually turn into a metamorphic rock. Okay? Once it will reach its limits, it will melt again to form magma. Yan yung story ni rock cycle. Okay? And it involves the following processes. Ito lang. Crystallization sa igneous, lithification sa sedimentary, and recrystallization sa metamorphic. And because of this rock cycle, you have the rocks, dito natin kinukuha yung mga energy sources natin. Okay? Energy resources in terms of energy, fuel, and heat. Okay. So we will talk more about the non-renewable and the renewable resources. Okay. Non-renewable, basically limited. Okay. Limited resources. Renewable will not run out. Okay. Non-renewable resources, we have the coal, the oil, or natural gas and nuclear. Okay? Ito yung non-renewable resources. And coal. Coal is basically, meron siyang mga madaming types. Okay? We have anthracite, bituminous. Sa bituminous, lignite, and peat. Based on my experience, based on what I observe, ang parating lumalabas sa PRC as sa let is si anthracite at si lignite. Okay, kadalasan merong isang question about kay peat. Okay, anthracite yan yung clean coal. Okay, clean coal kasi 86 to 98% carbon. Okay, so based on combustion, complete talaga yung the way na kinocombust siya. Okay, kaya tinatawag siya naging clean coal. Lignite, low-grade fuel po siya. Remember this, low-grade fuel, lignite. High-grade fuel or clean coal, we have anthracite. Peat is just yung uling. Okay? Hindi pa siya coal. Meron siya carbon content, pero hindi pa siya coal. Okay? Technically. Okay? Let's go to oil and natural gas. These are the ones that are made from organic matter, from dead plants and animals. And these hydrocarbons take millions of years to form. And hindi lang siya, pag nakuha natin yung natural gas, pinoprocess pa din natin siya by virtue of doing fractional distillation or the hydrocracking. Okay? Cracking yung tinatawag dyan sa pag-create natin ng mga different fuels. Okay? So, this is for oil and natural gas. Nuclear. Siyempre, yung ginagamit natin na element for nuclear is uranium. Okay? Uranium. Metal rods, yung process nito para safe yung energy conversion niya. Because of this metal rods. Please remember that term, metal rods. Okay? Okay. Let's go to the renewable resources. So basically, these are the ones that are what we call the green technology. Solar, biomass, wind, yung mga turbines, tidal systems, geothermal, and the hydroelectric. Okay? Solar, from the sun. Siyempre, using of photovoltaic cells. Wind, we have the wind turbines. Diba? Hydroelectric, yung mga dams natin. Diba? Dito yung kinukuha natin yung mga yung electricity natin. Mostly dito sa Pinas. Biomass from organic remains of plants and animals. Okay? Binaburn natin at yung methane nito, kino-convert natin to energy. Geothermal. Geothermal energy, yan yung energy na kino-convert natin because of the heat below. Okay? Tidal. Power of the tides. Because moving man siya, pwede natin yan ma-harness. Okay? Pero wala pa ito sa Pilipinas. Okay? Prototypes pa din. Kasi, siyempre, bumabagyo. At once yung mga equipment natin is inilalagay natin sa ocean natin or sa sea, always nagigiba. Kaya, medyo costly pag mag-tidal systems tayo. Okay? And each of these energy resources, meron siyang mga impact sa environment. Okay? Meron talaga. Hindi natin masasabi na green technology, okay siya. Hindi talaga. Okay? Meron talaga siya adverse effect. Okay? So these are the different impacts that will happen if we use these different energy sources. Okay? Oil and petroleum, syempre, polluting the air. Natural gas, same. Coal, biomass. Diba? Iniinit din nila yung atmosphere natin. Hydroelectric, of course. Diba? Destruction of farmlands, areas on which we create dams. For solar, large land use. Okay? Kasi malaki talaga yung area na ginagamit natin for solar power kasi maliit lang yung na-generate natin na energy doon. Kaya it requires a larger land area. Okay? So we have geothermal na dinidisrupt niya yung activity below. Wind power. Of course, ang nangyayari dyan is meron mga possible impacts doon sa ecosystem, especially with the birds kasi change niya yung circulation. Nuclear, of course, the safety. Right? Sige. So, let's go ni astronomy. Okay? Astronomy. We have two types of paradigm. We have the Genesis and the conventional. Conventional, we are talking about the science. Okay? Genesis, we are talking about the biblical terms. Okay? And the difference between the two is time. Why time? Kasi in terms of time, in conventional paradigm, we are talking about millions of years. In the Genesis paradigm, we are talking about a specific timeline. Okay? Ito yung difference sa kanila. Okay? So these are the two interpretive frameworks that we humans analyze the history of our own universe. Okay? Universe. It is the totality of space and time of the past, present, and the future. Okay? Ito yung definition niya. So, totality sa lahat. Bilang na yung structure of everything natin. From quarks, subatomic particles, proton, neutron, electrons, from atoms, from the different molecules to the different matter, solid, liquid, gas, planets, from Mercury to Neptune, from our own solar system and other solar systems out there. Okay, from star clusters, galaxies, the different types of galaxies, the galaxy clusters, and the whole universe itself. Okay, and each of these structures will never be that way if not for these fundamental forces. Okay, fundamental forces, these are the gravity, the electromagnetic force, the strong nuclear force, and the weak nuclear force. Okay, gravity, syempre, yung property of mass on which it attracts objects. The electromagnetic force, the interaction between the charged particles. It binds the atoms together. Strong nuclear, it holds the nucleus. While si weak nuclear force, yan yung responsible sa radioactive decay, sa nuclear radiation, and sa nuclear fusion doon sa sun or sa stars natin. Okay? So these are the four fundamental forces. And this is the composition of our own universe. Comprises of dark energy and dark matter. Sir, ano po itong dalawa? Dark matter, it refers to the exotic matter na nag-i-interact sa ordinary matter. Si dark energy, ito yung force on which nire-repel niya yung two heavenly objects. Okay? Nire-repel niya because of this negative large pressure. And because of this dark matter and dark energy, we humans postulates different types of universes. Okay? We have what we call flat, closed, we have the open, and we have the accelerating. Flat universe, from the word flat, constantly expanding and never stops. Flat lang, parang flat line. Minor changes, but going there. Closed, nag-expand siya, but eventually, nag-i-end. Open. It starts with little gravity that moves toward and it will expand and goes on forever and ever. Times 2, kagebonshin no jutsu. Okay? Accelerating. Ito yung exponential part. The expansion of the universe. So hindi na times 2 ha? Exponential na to the nth power na. Okay? Yan yung mga different universes natin. And ngayon, our own universe is considered to be a accelerating universe. By virtue of what theory? The Big Bang Theory. Okay? So, ano si Big Bang, sir? Ito yung theory na that talks about the origin of the universe. That started with George Lemuel. And finally postulated by George Gamow. Gamow. Pero ang pinakauna na propose dito is George Lemaire. He is a Belgian priest. Okay? So he told that, or he postulated or theorized that the universe originated from a cosmic explosion that hurled matter in all directions. Yun lang. From a single entity, single something. Hindi pa natin alam kung ano yon. Okay? So, ito yung timeline ni Big Bang. Okay? So, from a dense, hot, supermassive ball of gas, it exploded. Okay? Literally, hindi siya nag-explode. Yung term lang is nag-explode siya. Pero yung reality dyan is, it appeared. Yan lang. And this appearance hurled all the materials in all directions. And it created matter and space that involves hydrogen, helium, lithium, and beryllium, the first 4 elements. And eventually, the gases cool down as it expands 20 billion years and more and more and more. That is the universe today. Okay? Due to that Big Bang theory. Okay? So, Big Bang theory will always remain a theory if it is not proven. Okay? But here are the evidences of which. Okay? First is we have the cosmic microwave background radiation, the composition of the universe, age of stars, and lastly, the redshift data. Okay, so let's talk about the 4. Cosmic microwave background radiation. Okay, these are the temperature variations that are left by the Big Bang. Okay, it is mapped by the Cosmic Background Explorer and the Wilkinson Anisotropy Probe, the WMAP. Okay, minamap nila yung temperature variations sa universe natin. And ito yung technology from 1965 to 2001. So ito yung simulation niya. So there are really changes from the middle portion. So meaning to say, the universe is expanding at this way. Okay? Second of which is, syempre, always and always, si hydrogen at helium. Yan yung pinaka-compose ni universe natin. Composes of hydrogen at helium. Syempre, makikita natin if either merong hydrogen at helium, sa kanya nag-start. So basically, it proves on how the Big Bang Theory started from a single entity. From that single entity, from hydrogen, helium, then so on and so forth. And partner din siya dun sa stellar life cycle from the birth of stars until its end. Syempre, if my beginning, my end, from that end, it will give birth to stars, then cycle again. Meaning to say, there will always be a beginning sa present natin ngayon. And the one that proved more or widely accepted, yung evidence, is what we call the redshift data. Okay? This is courtesy of Edwin Hubble and his Hubble's law. The rate at which a galaxy is moving is directly proportional to its distance from us. So basically, yung makikita natin nga galaxy above, lumalayo yan sa atin. Never and ever yan it will go towards us. It will always move away from us. Yan yung redshift data. Because nakikita nila na yung object is going to the red wavelength color. Meaning to say, it is going away from that observer point of view. Okay. Pag going away, redshift, pag patungo sa'yo, that's what called blue shift. Okay? So, redshift data. Always yan lumalabas po sa LED. Limitations of the Big Bang. Okay. There are lots of limitations. One is the structure. Siyempre, hindi natin alam kung ano talaga structure ng universe. Second of which, mga fluctuations na hindi natin may explain. Geometry of the universe. Albert Einstein nga, hindi hindi nga mapuprove yung time and space continuum. Until now, theory pa rin. Of course, untested. Untested po yung Big Bang Theory. So it remains a theory until it is proven. Okay? So that's for the universe. Let's move to the solar system. And the solar system has its own origin pa din. Okay? And it started with the steady state theory by Fred Hoyle. So he states that the universe has always been essentially be the same. So always lang, yung past, present, and future, same lang all throughout. Okay? So what he meant by that is that the universe is expanding, but the insides remains the same. Okay? Ito yung steady state theory. Steady state theory compared to the Big Bang. Big Bang, yung pieces of objects, of heavenly objects, heavenly bodies are moving away from each other as it expands. Sa steady state, nandyan na siya. Position stationary. Okay? Another one is what we call the inflationary theory. This is the way to explain the inflation part of the Big Bang theory. Okay? Yan yung after that the entity exploded. Okay? Yan yung inflation. This inflationary theory by Alan Guth. The third theory is we have the oscillating theory, aka the cyclic or pulsating, by Paul Steinhardt. So itong theory na ito is just yung universe natin is once exploded, not just once, but repeatedly many times over and over again. Okay? Ito yung famous na Big Bang and Big Crunch. The beginning and the end. Okay, beginning and the end. Meron pa? So, offshoot theories, we have the holographic, multiverse, and the intelligent design theory. So, these are just offshoots. Basically, yung mga parang mga theory, ng wild theories. Okay? So, let's go to the solar system origins. Solar system, again, collection of objects that orbits one or more central stars. And there are two governing, debating theories about the creation of this solar system. We have the dualistic and the most widely accepted nebular hypothesis. Si dualistic, yan lang yung hypothesis on which yung may star dito at may rogue star na nag-pass by, then ang nangyari is that yung gravity ng star na lumapit is that kinuha niya yung contents doon sa main star. And this content, lumabas siya. Okay? All of the materials that is in the main star lumabas. Thus created the inner solar system, the planetesimals. Yan yung dualistic. Si nebular hypothesis naman is that it started in a supernova, then ejected rich clouds of dust and gases, then eventually, because of its density, concentration niya, nagro-rotate siya going to the middle. Then, si sun nasa middle portion or si star nasa, it will evolve into a star. Then, because of balance, because of that centripetal force, it will spin and forming the planets na agad. So, ito yung si nebular hypothesis. And there are lots of different theories of the solar system. So, ito yon from gas cloud theory, galing pala sa isang gas yung solar system natin, capture theory na merong isang sun, isang star na maraming planetesimas na nagmo-move, kina-capture niya. Okay? Stellar collision, dalawang stars na nagko-collide. Fission theory, ito yung moon theory. Okay? Planetary collision, same as planetary collision, creation of the satellites. Accretion theory, yan yung part sa nebular theory na nagmo-merge yung mga clouds of dust and gas. Diba? So, more of these theories are actually part of the nebular hypothesis, nebular theory. Okay? Sige. From all of the theories, let's go now to the famous questions. Moon talaga yung tinotopak ni PRC. Okay? Yan yung always na generate ni PRC, especially with the Majorship. So these are the lunar features. The moon has no atmosphere. It is dry. It has mountain ranges. It consists of Marias and the high plains and the dark areas and the craters. Okay? Ito yon yung mga features. And with that, we have what we call the phases of the moon. Okay? Please remember the moon cycle. Okay? Moon cycle that involves only 29 and 1/2 days. Okay? Pag moon cycle yung question, 29 and 1/2. Okay? Pag moon orbit around the earth relative to the stars, 27 and 1/3 days. Okay? Again, moon cycle, 29 and 1/2. Orbit, 27 and 1/3. And these are all the different moon phases. Okay? So, let's move to the different phenomenal bodies, phenomena. So we have the aphelion, perihelion, perigee, and apogee. Okay, these are the positioning of the Earth, Sun, and Moon. So aphelion, helion, talks about the Sun relative to the position of from the Earth to the Sun. Aphelion, away from the Sun. Perihelion, nearer the Sun. Okay, peri, malapit. Aphi, malayo. Okay, pag sa Moon naman, we have the G, perigee, and apogee. Perigee, peri, malapit si Moon sa Earth. Apogee, malayo si Moon kay Earth. Yun lang. Peri, malapit. Aphi, malayo. Okay, and because of these movements of the celestial bodies, we have what we call the lunar eclipse. Okay, lunar eclipse, SEM, SEM. Okay, SEM, Sun, Earth, and Moon. Si Earth nag-give ng shadow kay Moon. Kaya lunar eclipse occurs during a full moon. Okay? Occurs during full moon. Solar eclipse, on the other hand, SME, Sun, Moon, and Stars. Now, Sun, Moon, and Earth. Okay? The Moon casts a shadow sa Earth. Umbra, inner portion, penumbra, outer portion. Oh, yan lang yung difference between the eclipses. And always yan lumalabas po. Okay? Types of galaxies. Elliptical, spiral, regular. Okay? Elliptical, let's start from spiral. Spiral, example, Milky Way. Okay? Meron siyang central body and mostly appears in a bluish color. Okay? Elliptical, on the other hand, more likely on the red color sa spectrum. Okay? Example for that is Andromeda. Elliptical, Andromeda, spiral, Milky Way. Irregular, syempre, it does not exhibit a regular shape. Para siyang cloud. Okay? Para siyang cloud system. Example for that is yung famous Magellanic Clouds. Okay? Elliptical, spiral, and irregular. The different types of galaxies. Life cycle ng isang star. Meron siyang dalawang roadmap. Okay? It starts with a stellar nebula and it may either end with a white dwarf, a neutron star, or a black hole. If and only if si stellar nebula makakreate siya ng isang average star, okay, average star, it will end sa white dwarf. Okay? Pag massive yung na-create niya, because of the components sa nebula, it will end as a black hole or a neutron star. Okay? Yan yung life cycle ni star. May tatlong end portion, white dwarf, neutron, and black hole. And with respect to stars, we can differentiate that on its brightness. Okay. We have absolute magnitude versus apparent magnitude. Absolute magnitude is the actual brightness of the star. Okay? actual brightness. Apparent magnitude is the amount of light that is received from that star. So basically, it does not mean na higher magnitude, mataas yung temperature niya. Okay? Hindi yan meaning kung yan mas malapit yung star, mas mainit. Hindi. Because it talks more about on its absolute magnitude, yung actual brightness, yung temperature niya. Yung apparent magnitude, again, yan lang yung makikita natin as brightest object sa sky. Alright? Yan lang yung differences nila. And we can consider that on this Hertzsprung-Russell diagram. Okay. The bluish colors are the hottest and the brightest, and the cooler stars are the red giant stars. Okay? And with the stars, we have the components po or the layers of our own sun. Okay? Madami-dami ito, of course. But just focus on memorizing photosphere, chromosphere, and corona. Ito lang tatlo. Photosphere. Okay? Photosphere, sphere of light. Chromosphere. That is the layer on which nag-emit siya ng color sa star. Okay? Siya yung reason. Corona, the outermost portion. Okay? Ito lang yon. Memorize nyo. Photosphere, chromosphere, and corona. Ito si sun natin. Okay. So, these are the planets. Okay? Hindi ko i-discuss lahat ito ha. So planets, we have Mercury. Mercury, this is the nearest planet. Okay, rocky planet. Venus, okay, Venus, hottest planet. Retrograde yung motion. Okay, retrograde yung motion. And famous for its greenhouse effect. Okay, yun lang. Okay, wag na itong iba. Pero just read this. Okay, Venus. Third, Earth. Blue planet, water planet, and moon. Okay, moon. Ito si Earth. Next, we have Mars. Mars. Okay, Mars, Olympus Mons. Nandyan yung largest volcano or volcanic mountain. And si Mars, rust, iron oxide. Okay? Mars, iron oxide. Please remember that. Okay? And remember the two satellites, Phobos and Deimos. Hindi sa Deimos, ha? Hindi kalaban ni Voltes 5. Okay? Deimos na D-E-I-M-O-S. Okay? Next planet, Jupiter. Jupiter, great red spot. Okay, the largest and the one that has the many satellites. Siya ang pinakamaraming satellites. Okay, and the fastest spinning planet. Please remember that. Saturn. Okay, Saturn. The most beautiful planet because of its rings. Rings that are made of crystals. Okay? Rings that are made of crystals. Okay? Ano pa? Anong meron sa ni Saturn? Large system of rings, bands, and hydrogen and helium. Okay? And yung moon niya, we have what we call, back to Jupiter tayo. We have what we call the Galilean moons. Yung Io, Ganymede, Callisto, and the other one, I forgot the other one. Basta, mayroong 4 na Galilean moons. Please at least memorize or familiarize that one. Europa, thank you for that. Okay? Yun. Just memorize that one. Makalalabas. Okay? Let's go back to Uranus. We have Saturn, Uranus tayo. Uranus. Okay? Uranus, ang nangyari dito is famous lang siya because of its bluish color. Okay? mostly made of methane. Okay? Kaya blue. Okay? So si Uranus, blue-green color kasi may methane siya. Same as ni Neptune. Okay? Because of methane. And famous for its great dark spot. Same with the great red spot ni Jupiter. Okay? Si Uranus naman, yung axis ng tilt po niya, magkaiba. Sige. Neptune, ano pa? Yung mga other dwarf planets. We have Pluto. Okay? Pluto. Yung moon niya ay si Charon. Hindi si Sharon Cuneta, Charon. C-H-A-R-O-N. Eris naman is the one of the largest known dwarf planets sa ating solar system. Makemake, ito, lumabas ito sa LED. Okay? It takes 310 Earth years to complete one orbit. Ceres naman, dysnomia. Okay? Otherwise known as dysnomia. Hindi, Junisha. Okay? It makes up almost a third of the asteroid belt. Okay? Lastly, we have the Haumea. One of the fastest rotating large objects sa solar system natin. Okay? Meteors, meteorites, meteoroids. Okay? Comets, ito yung differences nila. Si comet, yan yung may tail. Okay? Yan yung may tail. Si asteroid, yan yung makikita sa space na nag-orbit sa sun. Si meteorite, yan yung pumupunta sa Earth. Okay? Meteor, hindi siya pumupunta sa Earth, pero nadidisintegrate siya because of the atmosphere. Yan lang yung difference nila. At sir, saan natin makikita? O saan galing si meteors at meteorites? Galing siya kay Kuiper Belt at kay Oort Cloud. Si Kuiper Belt, it lies beyond Neptune. Sorry. Okay. It lies beyond Neptune at si Oort Cloud, yan yung outermost region. Okay? Sa solar system. Yan yung boundary. Okay? And because of this, meron tayong mga planets, meron tayong planetesimals, we have what we call the positionings. We have the conjunction, opposition, and inferior or superior conjunction. Okay. Conjunction is where an occurrence pag yung dalawang planets are aligned with respect to the sun. Okay? Two planets that are aligned, that is conjunction. Opposition, it is when two objects are aligned pero doon sa other side. Yan yung opposition. Okay? Superior conjunction, one, si Earth and one of the inferior planets are lined up opposite on the opposite side. Okay? So conjunction, focus lang tayo ni conjunction at ni opposition. Conjunction, same side, opposition, other side, nakalinya pa din. And we can differentiate this or we can observe this through the means of instruments. We have what we call telescopes, the optical, the refracting, and the reflecting telescope. Okay? Please remember those three. We also have this what we call radio telescope. Okay? And lastly, we have what we call, itong instrument nito is what we call sextant. Sextant is used by our astronomers to measure altitude. Okay, to measure the positioning of the stars. Okay, so let's go now to the astronomers. Okay, so it's scan ko lang ito ha. All of these things nandiyan na sa sa handouts natin. Okay? Scan lang ito. Mabilisan lang ito ha. So, geocentric model, again, geocentric model, si Ptolemy. Okay? Heliocentric model, heliocentric, sun-centered, Nicholas Copernicus. Okay? Precise observer, okay? Stellar parallax, Tycho Brahe. The three planetary motion, okay? The law of elliptical orbit, law of equal areas, and harmonic motion. And he devised that the orbits are elliptical, si Johann Kepler. Okay? Johann Kepler. Okay? The one that uses experimental data and the one that created the astronomical telescope, Galileo Galilei. Okay? Galileo Galilei. The first one to catalog stars, that is Hipparchus. Okay? The first one to catalog stars, Hipparchus. The first French astronomer to spot comet Halley, okay? Hindi po si Edmond Halley ha. Yan yung aftermath, okay? Charles Messier. Okay? But comet Halley was coined by Edmond Halley. Si Charles Messier lang yung nakita niya yung yung return ni comet Halley. Okay. Talk about space exploration. Ito. Mars Odyssey, yan yung sa nakuha natin yung mga first space probe that entered the Mars atmosphere. Okay? Si Mars Odyssey. Endeavour naman, yan yung space exploration on which nagko-construct yung one mission arm ni ISS. Okay? Ito yung si Endeavour. Si Discovery naman, yan yung transportation sa mga astronauts going back and forth sa ISS. Okay? Yan yung main transportation, si Discovery. Sino pa? The first successful flyby of a comet, that is Deep Space 1. Okay? First flyby, Deep Space 1. Galileo, the one na na-complete isang flyby going kay Io. Okay? Io. Galileo, Io. First spacecraft to orbit Mercury, Messenger. Okay? Mercury, Messenger. First international space rendezvous, the Apollo-Soyuz mission. Okay? Apollo-Soyuz mission. Space exploration. Space flight lasted 15 minutes and 37 seconds. Remember this, pag makikita kayo nito, Mercury Redstone 4, Liberty Bell 7. Okay? Space exploration, again, the one that successfully landed on Titan. Okay? Cassini-Huygens. Okay? Meron pa. A high successful scientific spacecraft by the European Space Agency. Okay? UV radiation. Key term, UV radiation, the International Ultraviolet Explorer. Okay? Sun Solar Orbiter. And the Parker Solar Probe. Okay? Yan yung dalawa. Sun mission. Okay? Mars, the one who landed. Okay? The Perseverance rover. Okay? Bago lang ito. Okay? First landing on the moon's far side. Again, moon's far side. The Chang'e 4. Okay? Chang'e 4. The farthest object explored by a spacecraft. The New Horizons. Okay? Mga trivia lang ito, guys. Okay? The first spacecraft to orbit a comet, we have Rosetta. Okay? Rosetta. The first spacecraft to return Earth with samples from an asteroid, we have the Hayabusa. Okay? First spacecraft to fly by Neptune, we have the Voyager 2. Okay? Voyager 2. Lumagpas na siya sa solar system. Itong si Voyager 2 actually. First spacecraft to fly by Saturn, we have the Pioneer 11. Pioneer 11. And these are the different Apollo missions na lumabas po sa LED. Okay, ito yon. Lahat po ito lumabas sa LED. So make sure to memorize all of these things. Okay, Apollo 1, 8, 11, 12, 14, 15, and 17. Okay, and for sure, lalabas din ito. Agila 1, originally launched as an Indonesian satellite, the first satellite, okay, from the Philippines, Philippine made, okay, Agila 2, first Filipino-owned satellite. Agila 2. The first micro satellite, Diwata 1. First micro satellite. Okay? The first satellite launched under the Stamina Force Space Program, Diwata 2. Ito, lumabas ito noon sa LED, Diwata 2. The first Filipino nano satellite, lumabas din ito, Maya 2. Okay? Maya 2. Okay? So, that's all for the meteorology and astronomy. Okay? So, let's continue later at 3 p.m. Magre-rest muna ako guys kasi masakit na yung throat ko. Okay? So, I hope you have learned something from the discussion guys. And please utilize the notes na binigay ko sa inyo. Nandun na po lahat. Hoping that you will read everything. Once na kabisado nyo yan, I'm sure of which easy na lahat. Okay? And at the same time, earth science pa tayo guys. May chemistry pa tayo later. Alright? Sige. So, see you later at 3 p.m. guys ha, 3 p.m. Magpahinga muna ako kasi masakit na yung lalamunan ko. Okay? Rest muna tayo. Sleep. Okay? Sleep tayo. Pag after lunch, kain, tulog, gumising ng 3 p.m. Okay?
Thank you so
Sige.
much, sir.
Bye for now and see you later at 3 p.m. Bye guys.
Thank you, sir.